Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Saturday to everybody. How you all doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're keeping cool. It's still kind of crazy, hot. Anyway, this video is not going to be a long one, but I just wanted to come here and quickly talk about the ongoing protests in Nigeria. Hey, God. But I know say day three of the protest for Abuja, right? What think these people do? Oh my God. Personally, I'm not even expecting. I've been seeing, people saying that, oh, Tinubu should come and talk to the people. I don't know why people are expecting the man to come and talk. I mean, did you vote for him? I personally did not vote for him. I didn't campaign for him. He said it by himself that he bought the position that he's currently in. So why would you expect somebody like that that bragged about stuff like that talked about snatching, grabbing, and running away with it to come and sit down and talk to you. I don't know. Nigerians, I don't understand, Sha. One that think say that man get una for mind enough to come sit down, they follow una, they banter, they talk. Hey, hey. Like so una not know una no know this person one that they talk to. Yeah. E be like so una not know. The guy no send anybody, no send una, e no send whether Nigeria see if they like make Nigeria enter inside that man is unmoved, is unperturbed, is undisturbed, he's not worried. As we speak, he probably is in France somewhere, south of France, sipping there, eating their food and drinking. Maybe they tell una say why people on the street they'll be chopping. Eh? Hey, happy Saturday, Kenny. Welcome. Isn't that what they told you guys? And you expect the man to come and talk. Who are you that he will come and talk to? Please, who? Who are you? I'm in support of him. Who are you? I'm in support of Agbado in this instance because he did made it clear. He said he bought the position. He declared it now to the traditional leaders that he invited to come and try to talk to you people to come to not to come out to protest, right? The man already told you. He snatched, he grabbed and ran away with it. Why will he now come and sit down with the same people that he snatched their mandate from? Right? To come and be discussing with you. Please, not reason this thing. Not reason Nigerians. The man no send una papa. What are people talking about? He no send una. He no send. He's made it clear. I mean, let's not be acting as though, he will suddenly grow a conscience. Somebody that has not grown a conscience in God knows how long. You want him to come and grow conscience because what? God, I beg you. Because what? The man is not interested. He doesn't care. He does not care. He's ready to rule over ashes. People don't understand the kind of man, the demonic entity that you have invited home. I happened to be on a space with Prophet El Buba, Isa El Buba yesterday. He was being interviewed, I think, on an FM station in Jos. I think anybody who has better information can correct me if I'm wrong. There was another fellow in the studio with him. Apparently, that person was a part of the Buhari administration, and the guy narrated a story of how they're talking about the protests and everything. He said Tinubu is even that he grew up in the Tinubu's protest school. As in, he came up under Tinubu. They were the ones that protested. He protested some years back, like in the 90s, I think, during the military. And then he protested against Jonathan. He was among those that protested with Tinubu. He directed something that I'm going to share here today that I caught on. So here's what he said, right? He said that in Buhari's administration, do you know it was Tinubu that actually hired most of the high officers in Buhari's regime? Buhari, because it was Tinubu that helped him get there. So hands were tied. There are so many things. Now I'm not absolving Buhari. I don't send the man. I'm not interested in him. I don't give a hoot. I am just recounting. I'm just telling you what I heard. Okay. Now, he said Tinubu was the one that hired most of the high officers. He mentioned Osibanjo. He mentioned other people that right now my brain is a bit fuzzy because you can tell from my voice. So guys, bear with me. Um, so he said that he now said so there were a lot of things. Even when there was a traditional ruler in Buhari's village that was unalived. I mean, no, that was kidnapped. I think he was kidnapped and everything. For he spent, I think, months or weeks with kidnappers before they were either able, I think, to gather money and release him. Buhari's village, Abi, where he comes from, was severely hit by this Boko Haram thing. Buhari could not do anything. The man Shah talked about a lot of things to me. I felt if you were in the government at that time and you people saw all of this, what are you people supposed to do? Are you not supposed to alert the citizens? I mean, I don't understand. If you occupy, this is why in this life, never be desperate for anything. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. I do not care what it is. There is nothing worth you losing your humanity over. Apparently, there's some people who are ready to lose their humanity over power, humanity over money. They don't care. Those are the ones that have sold their conscience. They have given it to the demonic entity to be playing 10-10 with. If that's the kind of person you are, that's how you operate. Hey, to each their own. If you believe that it's darkness that will give you it's okay. That's you. That's your cup of tea. I'm talking about because the picture that this man painted is a picture of a Buhari who was like a mumu. They just brought him and put him there like mumu, and he actually behaved like mumu while he was there because he didn't have voice. He didn't talk. He didn't come out even when do you know in EndSARS? Maybe stories came out that it was Tinubu that sent those soldiers to go to Lekki toll gate. The stories they're floating. Now everything is coming to light. At some point, the audio from that space was being truncated. I suspect that, of course, their hands will be involved. They don't want people to really know the truth of what's going on. So people were getting kicked out of that space. I got kicked out so many times. I kept trying to rejoin. Some of the sentences were now being truncated and all of that. You understand? So this particular person that was talking in the studio, you could hear the frustration in his voice. But I'm like, all these elder Nigerian people that we get to a position of power and suddenly become powerless. Excuse me, I don't understand. Why then want to be in power to come and make life miserable for the people? See, till tomorrow, I go respect Jonathan for taking the high road, but that high road where it take, let put us for where we did. You understand? That the high road that man take, let put us for where we did, because that man had all the power to say no, to resist and say, nah, I know they come out, grow some balls overnight. But hey, I can't fault him. He look everything as he dirty, and as they were turning the media against him, and how the external forces were pushing and trying to instigate and trying to sponsor people against him. Do you understand? The man said no Nigerian blood is worth no, what did he say? What's good? My ambition for power is not worth any Nigerian blood. Or how did he even say it? Somebody can help me, right? I don't have the sentence in my head right now. But yeah, that's what the man said, and he left. If you get to a position, you see that, because why was Buhari so desperate to become president? That's the question when I see they ask. Nobody don't fear answer me. Why was he so desperate when he knew that he could not get there? And you now went to go and deal with the devil himself. Then the devil now got you to sign that after you must give it to him by hook or by crook. You guys, we all saw how it all played out. Listening to that man yesterday kind of made a lot of things like come together in my head. Even though he had, but he kind of gave me some more clarity to what's been happening. Now everybody eye don't they open. Eh? Okay, look at what happened in Abuja today now. They cornered the protesters. They kept cornering them to the stadium. Okay, let me read what here. I'm reading from Oseni Rufai about what happened in Abuja. Security operatives at the MKO Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, on Saturday dispersed protesters and journalists from the facility with gunshots. The security operatives aimed at protesters and journalists who ran for cover. The protesters were reconvening after being dispersed by security agents deployed to the stadium. Suddenly, masked security operatives suspected to be personnel of the Department of State Services started pia 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 sporadically at protesters. As a result, the protesters ran inside bushes around the stadium, with some of the security operatives giving them a hot chase. Okay, this is what happened in Abuja. I say that Abuja has become a hot zone. My own, everybody suppose from every corner of Nigeria mount Abuja. The ones who fit mount from every corner of Nigeria mount Abuja. Instead of going to stadium where they say they play football, you're not a football player. Not be police go tell you where you go protest. Now your grievance. The police, if they know the suffer where they are, see the deplorable state where they live. Animals not even live for where they live. Food they not they see chop. There was one police woman. Make I even see. Her face is all over social media. People they look for her because she needs to be found. Now she announced clearly there's pressure. Okay, there's pressure on her. He say the woman say na police woman no, whether na DSS, whether na this thing we know, but he say na police sha. I think na police woman. They say make them show these people protesters something. If not, we no go get peace. They take the woman picture, the side. Now the side they take. I wish, but I sure so they go fit figure her out to the side. You understand? Citizens are protesting peacefully. These people are intentionally making it, causing problems for the protesters, intentionally bringing in mayhem so that they can have opportunity to truncate it. Then the police, whether not chief or whatever he is, that man that's always talking, wherever, whatever his name is, that one come wear uniform like say they go fight Boko Haram. Boko Haram, they not see do anything to. They not see capture. He dress up in the war gear. Say make all the protesters enter house. Say now they are coming out. They are coming to deal with the protesters. Make all the protesters enter house. May they call their people, may they enter house because it is getting out of hand now. Something that they themselves got out of hand. Now they cause am, because protesters have been doing it peacefully. Even the loot that they said happened in one of the northern states, the same peaceful protesters were the ones that ambushed those that looted, who turned out to be government plants, and returned the looted items that they took. Do you understand? Largely, the protest has been peaceful. The people that have been looting have been APC gone people, APC minions. Do you understand? So that's what they are trying to do. They're trying to give protesters the bad name so that they can do whatever it is they want to do to them. That's what they are doing. That is exactly what they are doing. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, I cannot say I'm shocked. I can't say I'm surprised. Unfortunately, that is the country where we all come from. Nigeria is falling into the hands of a demonic entity who does not care whether he rolls over ashes. He is busy trying to make sure that your voices are not heard. He is busy trying to they're desperately trying to change the narrative. Thank God for social media that we're not going to allow those narratives to be changed. We're not going to allow them get away with their own side of the story, because that side of the story now that they look for. This military yesterday was begging that the media houses should stop giving live coverage to the protest. I'm like, is this man? Was this man born in the 1800? I mean, this is now people. Me, I know they watch news as I did so. Now social media be my news. I know they watch. I know they sit down and say, okay, they look for one channel. CNN, I know they watch. Fox, I know they watch. Social media is my source of news, and I know a lot of people that are like that. I don't watch TV. So what are you telling me? People on social media are even more informed than the people on ground. You want to talk about TikTok? Go to TikTok. You see live coverage. People are live streaming this thing. Are you kidding me? I mean, these people they're still trying to operate analog in a far advanced technological life system that we're in. This protest is going to be longer. It's going to take a long time. Honestly, Nigeria has to, something needs to give. I'm just holding myself. Make I not talk anything volatile. Because the anger when it inside my belly, if I use that talk, I go scatter YouTube this morning. So for the sake, because I want to still be able to say my piece and speak my mind, I must maintain this channel. Do you understand? T Magic, hey, how now? Welcome. Oh, you say waiting. How far now? We not tell us what now? Tell what you tell us. I don't understand. T Magic, yeah, now remind us what you tell us. Tell us, say waiting. Welcome, G Simon. I'm sorry, guys, I haven't been paying attention. Smart. Welcome. Oh. Exactly. Kene, we don't know the man go there alive. Leave that thing. He dey Paris. He's in south of France. He's eating that their French bonbon, whatever they call it that they eat there. Eh? Yeah, G Simon. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate. And the man, and the manager. More than not vessel. It's just that this Nigeria matter not let me. I no fit close eye. You understand? I must do my part because this is not part of my own. That take down. So now here I go take protest my own. Okay, to give people voice, to tell the stories of those that are on the ground as I dey hear them, summarize them as best as I can, share the information I have, as much as I can. Now the small when me get now they do so. So everybody must add their jara 2 cents, join everything, right? So okay. Buhari put northerners in position in his regime. Buhari was in charge, and yes, yeah, Kenneth, that's true. What about this, Kenny? It is a possibility that is part of the contract that is signed. Buhari will say, and maybe it's even Tinubu's suggestion, hire all your northern people. I will not even interrupt you. I won't do anything. As long as you don't interrupt me when it's my turn. How about that? You think that conversation did not occur? I think it did. Because these people are illiterate and they think in a very linear way, very, very archaic 16th century way. So it's a possibility that that conversation may have occurred before they signed that agreement. Yeah, they released tear gas. So I was wondering, those cones on the road. I actually retweeted that video. Like, people, we need to let self-help things. Like when they throw tear gas like that, to be able to capture it quickly and put a bottle of water on top of it to diffuse it. I mean, I don't know. What do I know? I'm just trying to profile whatever solutions I think will help. I'm putting it out there. Team Ajek, well, we are fighting for it now. My ancestral home is there. So, sorry, it's called Nigeria, but my ancestral home is there. So, I'm not going to abandon it for nobody, right? So, we either fight together or all of us will suffer the consequences of it. So, everybody not feel be like you, Team Ajek. I know, say, you talk wetin you talk, but that don't mean anything. It's the action that counts, right? So if you say it's not for you and I, what are you doing about it? That's the question. uh You know, I used to make I drink honey from honeycomb. Can they send the honey now from honeycomb? I dey look for, that Nigerian honey when you still get bee this thing inside. When bee go see the you go see they see the bee something. That's the honey I'm looking for. Honestly, it's just that I can't travel to Nigeria right now. Honestly, that's the only thing that I would love to get. That honey is very medicinal. Mm. I'm not stressing over it. Oh, I'm doing my part. You know. Yeah, the body sometimes does its thing. Yeah, but thank you. I'm not stressing, by the way. I don't, if you know me well, I don't stress about it. I come here, I voice out my frustrations, talk about what I need to talk about, prefer solutions. And when it's time for me to take a break, I do. Actually, I've been on the break, by the way, and I'm sure you guys noticed for a while. So, the magic. So, yeah. I am good otherwise. My voice is just, horrible, and I'm still recovering. That's it. Um, Exactly, right? It's possible that that conversation was hard. You go say, you can do anything you like. I won't say anything. I promise. Remember they slaughtered people in, was it not Fasoroti, his daughter, that Fulani headsmen pied. He didn't say Pim. When they asked him, he said, "Where are the cows? They should show them where the cows are. They should show them where are the Fulani people? Where are the cows?" Is that what Tinubu said? He did not grieve. He did not pacify his people. In fact, it was during his time that they wanted to arrest Igboho before Igboho could not keep quiet because they had told all the Yoruba people not to talk Pim during Buhari's time because Tinubu is going to be president. That's what they told the Yoruba people. Yoruba people should come here and deny it. That's what they told them. The ones that are gullible, I'm not talking about the ones that have sense amongst them. The Ronu, the Okponus amongst them. That is why most of them remained largely silent. Most of their so-called dirty, filthy, that word elite, they irritate my ear. Hmm? For the sake of Nigerians, now elite, now I go put, if when I say elite, just know say na Nigerian people now they refer to for here. The elites, them, right? Now told them that don't say Pim because they promised Tinubu is going to enter after Buhari. So anything that we see, let's just bakamu, let's just be chopping it like that. That's what happened. So when this man's daughter was on her life, Tinubu did not show any remorse. There was nothing. He told them, "Show me the cows." That's what he was saying. Nothing Buhari did that Tinubu stood against. His people, the sensible ones, were screaming and calling him out. He did not do anything. During NSAS, he was the one that called those military people because information came out and revealed that. I'm not making this up. Go look it up yourself. Okay? The same, and then after when he did that, all the mayhem, the kind of mayhem that happened in the West, that was what made Igboho cry out. Igboho was resisting the Fulani people that were taking over their lands. When they saw that his noise was getting too much, they were now threatening to unalive the man. That's where people now helped him escape to Togo, or is it Benin? That's what happened. So you see, this is what has brought in, this is what made it possible for Agbado to come in. Remember during the campaign when he was saying Buhari, Buhari, when they first changed, they said they wanted to change the color of currency, Emefiele, whatever. That whole nonsense when they were buying naira with naira in Nigeria. ATM people, POS people now became the wealthiest people in Nigeria at the time. When he got the shout, Buhari, Buhari, that's it. He was warning him. Remember the agreement. Remember, that's what he meant by Buhari, Buhari. Everything is come to forbear. It's now in the open. I'm telling you, right? Exactly. Introduction to tear gas was back in 1990. Young person, no fit delete the excuse me, the dead. When people take see that, I'm telling you, Nigeria has been bad for a long time. Truth be told, Nigeria has really been in a terrible state for the longest time. It's just a shame. It's just taking a trajectory. But anyway, I don't want to dwell on that, because I know that if we remain resilient with the way we are going, if the people do not give up, we will claim that country back and do with it what we want. The saddest thing of all of this is that it is so clear that the leaders do not care about the people. They don't care. They do not care. They don't care. They don't care how many lives are lost. They don't care. They are not interested. You understand? They are not interested. What this protest is doing to a lot of people is that it is showing, if you notice, I don't know if anybody else has noticed that every day the numbers of Nigerians coming out is getting bigger and bigger. I saw videos of two elderly women that walked miles just to get to the protest ground. Old women. My heart heavy. Old women, they waka, they trek. One woman says she treks 7.2 kilometers. This woman must be in almost 80, if not in her 80s. If not in her 80s, that woman must be in her 80s. That woman walked 7.2 miles because of hunger. Do you understand? No. TJ Mark, they should not forget. They should take the protest to the church. If the Christians, they claim, those who claim that they believe in God and are Christians, if they truly believe in that God, they should take that protest to their churches. That they should interrupt the services. Oh my God. Nigerians, see, religion, first of all, if they say, oh my, become leader today for Nigeria, what you fair do? I go fair eliminate all those churches. I go fair all of them. I go turn them to manufacturing company. First of all, I go leave one for them. The churches for Nigeria no pass like three, because guess what? There's technology now. Stream your services from your goddamn homes. Nobody needs to be on the streets. If you want to go into a building, that's up to you. If you want to travel, there will be limited churches, because with all the churches, nothing is changed. Instead, they are squeezing the people of the little resources they have. Squeezing them of the little resources they have. Squeeze the life out of them. That's what they are doing. The protest should be in RCCG. You see that branch of APC? They should do it there. I hear that they are doing some kind of thing that's coming up. If they really believe in God, any Christian will go church, problem. This is why I have a problem with all these religious people. I have a huge problem. Most of them do not believe in God. They don't. They're just about the miracle. Shut up and pray. Empty words. Their heart dark as charcoal. I don't follow do that one. I'm not a hypocrite. Okay, now the worst pass. If the church tomorrow, they not go church, go start protest for them, then I know say church is dead and buried in Nigeria. I'm telling you. In the mosque too, protests need to start for those grounds, because now they contribute to the problems so we did for Nigeria today. The only person wey go talk when I go listen to na prophet Isa El Buba. I'm telling you, that na the only man wey go talk. He go talk, preach. I go say, this man dey make sense. Yes, yes, yes. I go shout. If I go in church, I go shout. I'll say, preach, preach, pastor. That's so. I'll be one of those people. Every other person should take a freaking back seat. If tomorrow church hold, and not they're not to say, protest was hot gone in church then, and in mosque there's a problem. Even babalawo, people that go babalawo suppose go start protest on babalawo houses. I'm telling you. Because this matter, I concern everybody. E no concern me, e no concern me. The day we go show up for people front door, na last so they go dey look. This one with this, so everybody, it go touch everybody. You know, so I'm as you saw that video, Kenny. Oh my god! Hey, oh my god! And the guy that did the video cracked me up. The guy was just Gary. They share Gary inside small nylon bag. The guy even chopped some of the Gary. When did they talk? He chopped some of the Gary. Eh? You know, so I think they talk, you say they share Gary. So if they wonder what they share for people at the top, what did they say they go share to people at the top? What does he think they're going to share? It was so funny. I watched it. Are you serious? Oh, that Abel Damina guy. I've heard about him. Very vocal guy. I saw a clip or so of his video where he was talking about was it tight he was talking about or offerings? I can't remember. One of those videos. Very vocal. Really? I know he's not I didn't see any, he didn't say anything about protests or anything like that. Is he a Nigerian? Is the guy Nigerian? I don't know. Abel Damina. Where is he from? Me, I just assumed he wasn't Nigerian, though. So they're attacking him over doctrine and the doctrine and hypocrisy is calling them out. So they're attacking him. Of course, they will attack him because their source of income, their source of livelihood, is being eroded. I guarantee you, a lot of people are no longer, many people, right? And I hope more people follow suit. Just stop paying tithes and offerings to these churches. They will crash on their faces. Yeah, the guy was mad. He said, Gary. So if they come every day, will they be giving them Gary? Midweek service, are they going to give them Gary? That's what the guy was saying. Are they going to give them Gary? Eh? Oh my god, I laugh. I say, every day Gary. I don't understand. But how people will see they go, I know anyway, people are different. I don't know how people will still wake up and go to that same church. A church that all the pastors that have emerged from that church, they've turned out to be the big gods. I want to say the bigotry that we saw in recent times has emerged from RCCG. I say it without holding my tongue. All the pastors that are, you guys remember what's his name? That guy, the Dare whatever pastor. He was a pastor. He was preaching one time. They showed a video of him preaching. That says he's a soldier for Jagaban or something like that. That guy is a pastor in RCCG. All the pastors that have emerged from that church, all of them criminals, all of them sycophants and bigots of the highest order. Hey God, I beg. In one church, there's a problem. There's a real problem. There's a foundational. One of the pastors, even on I think X, he was saying that people that want to protest or something like that separated the Yorubas and said Yorubas should come and use water to touch their head before going to protest. The others, if you're not Yoruba, whatever, but Yorubas after church they should come somewhere and come and use. The man, they do Christianity and Babalawo mixed together. I'm telling you, it is such it this election, reason I'm very happy. Reason why I'm happy is that it has opened the eyes of Nigerians to see who the real enemies of Nigeria is. Who the real enemies amongst us are. We are not seeing ourselves for who we are. So you cannot bamboozle me. I cannot bamboozle you. Right? Know your enemy. May you not handle am. Me, I like to be closer to my enemies. To my I like to be what's it called? Closer to my enemies than my friends. Is that how I said? I think. I think that's how he said. No, is it? Watch your friends. I can't remember. I beg. My head is hazy. If anybody knows the proper thing, should how to say it, let me know. Just put it in the comment section. Ebeldamina is Nigerian in Uyo. He's attacking tithes, offering fake miracles. Funny thing is, he's a much senior pastor than all these pastors, but he repented from prosperity message. I see. Okay. Wow, for a while I thought he was not Nigerian. No, guy has man. He's been talking with. I've seen a few clips of him. He talks with audacity. I'm like, wow, this guy is tearing down every hypocrisy. And isn't that like what's his name? Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn has been coming out. He's come out like twice or so to come and repent of all this prosperity and fake miracles preaching. And he was apologizing. In a video I saw him, I think it was the most recent video where I saw him apologizing for all that prosperity preaching, fake miracles offering, and all those things that they used to sell. They'll say, oh, this is from Jerusalem, from the source of the where Jesus died, from the this one. He came and it was, but that was like maybe the second video of him I was seeing apologizing. These people have damaged people, oh, honestly. Dayo Israel, God will bless you. All the pastors from RCCG, all of them, Yahoo pastors. All, not one with exception. All fraudulent people, all corner people. Their ways are not straight. Their hearts are dark. They don't know God. They claim they do, but they don't. You can see right through them. It's all self-motivated. It almost feels like a plot to gather as much people into their churches and their ministries for use on a day like they did. But even with that, they still did not succeed though. They ended up having to snatch, grab, maim, unalive people to have a position that they cannot even perform in. The president that they chose is nowhere to be found. Whether he's been locked up in his room, whether he has been flown to France, do I care? I don't. I didn't vote for him. I didn't support him. So I don't care where he is, what he's doing. I'm not interested. He's the president of Nigeria. Like it or not. But guess what? I'm not expecting the man to give what speech? How does he put the sentences together? The man cannot even put sentences together with choreographed, packaged news or packaged interviews. He can't. Is this somebody you want to now put in front to come and embarrass himself? He will just come and embarrass someone that is running away from social media because they insult the hell out of him. Now I won't make up. Oh, Nigerians are not funny, sha. And they see people, they say day 2, day 3, president has still not spoken. I just they laugh. I say, when I never see anything, team con, una go wait, una go tiger. If una not dey careful, na Remi Tinubu will come talk for her husband. More na wait now. Now here we dey. The Remi Tinubu go come. He go come one on more than not dey talk, more than leave him husband alone. Una not hear wetin the daughter do. The daughter go dey meet people. They tell the people say make they tell their children. May they not come out to protest. There's a video of a lady. I have to play that video. I be no one. Oh my God! I be no one change device today. I be just want talk. But as we dey talk this matter now, I just remember this video. I have to play it. The doctor came out and was saying people should come out and protest. People should not come out. They should tell their children they should tell their children to come out and protest against her father. Oh God. Oh, for mother women. I say, hey, yeah, hey, Nigeria don't turn to person property. Now your papa na get Nigeria because he buy am from the hands of a few greedy uncouth. You know how many kingdoms dey Nigeria? When you think say Nigeria na Lagos or Ilagbiji or wherever the heck they say it comes from. When you dey tell people say make dem no come out come protest your hey, that thing give me headache. Sha, I no feel lie. I say the nonsense wey we allow for Nigeria, ha! As children dey grow up, they go abuse parents. I just can see it because the children of nowadays, they are not like us, so they are not built like us. They don't have time for all this rubbish that we are doing. The insults that parents will receive from their children, they go shock. I can see it happening already. I can see it. Children are going to go against their parents in such a way that their parents will question, na me born this pikin. As adults, we not just allow one rather human being from somewhere because of wetin you go chop, wetin you go drink, alátẹnujẹ, olójú kòkòrò, wọ̀nbílíwọ̀bìà, never satisfied with what you have, greed, jealousy, desperation for power, desperation for influence, desperation for wealth. You sell your soul. Did you guys hear the story of a grandmother? The wife of whether a military man or I don't even know. Can't remember how the story went again. But anyway, long and short is that the man sent his wife home so that she's pregnant, so that she can give birth, so she'll have someone to take care of her, or whether he couldn't attend to her. I can't remember how the story went. The wife gave birth only for the grandmother, the man's mother, to sell that child for 150,000 naira. They are still looking for the grandmother till today. They never see. I don't know whether they've seen her now, but as of yesterday, they haven't seen her. Okay, a grandmother sold her own grandchild for 150,000 naira. How much is that in dollars? Hey, Mr. Ferreira, greetings, sir. Welcome. Thanks for joining us this morning. Happy Saturday to you. Welcome, everybody, once again. Mona not verse, Mona pardon the voice. I won't show na video like that. Me not be saying only me they hear this, they see these things. Exactly. The worst set of people, worst people, all pastors in RCCG, there is something foundationally wrong. If they give me power today, say, take power, what you go do? First of all the RCCG branches all over the world plus Nigeria, only one na go dey. If I go, that is if I'm in a good mood. Every other building will be brought to the ground and turned to manufacturing companies and farmlands. Wetin religion don cause for this Nigeria, God damn, if we don't do anything about it, the children that are coming into this, I shudder to think what mindset they will have. The brainwashing that has taken place. Kumuyi is not in Nigeria. Kumuyi don't run come on for Nigeria. The man is in London. He cannot even live in the Nigeria that he told you don't watch television, don't wear earring, don't wear makeup, don't spray perfume. There, deeper life people that are so they go they smear. They wear long skirts, wear this to cover their ear, cover. No. Religion is a disease in Nigeria. Disease. The imam, so the wetin that they call them, all of them, all join. Oh joy, momentary intermission here while I change devices, my people. Please just give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me play you some music in the meantime. Okay, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, commercial break. Thank you very much, Kenny. Um, Nothing dey wrong with Babalawo. No, no, I'm saying that all the Babalawo followers, it's me. I'm not this. See, I do not. I respect everybody's way of worship because nobody holy pass. I respect every Babalawo. Everybody's welcome. My own be say whatever religious practice you believe in, everybody should be protesting. That's my point. I don't care what you believe in. If you truly believe in God, you will know life matters. The people that believe in God you don't even see them in churches. You don't see them in mosques. That's the truth. You don't. Most of the people who truly believe in God, right, that you will look at and see God inside of them, they're not there inside church. They are not religious. They are not. I have seen people who say with their mouth, I don't believe in God, but their ways, their conduct points that there's something inside of them bigger than them that is pushing them into good things. Look, I beg, who no go no no, who no leave that thing. All this one when they do at their own. Who is his nephew? Who is that? His nephew ousted him. Who apologizing? I don't go hear me. Benny Hinn will continue to confess because he has to maintain it. I've seen like how many videos of Benny Hinn confessing. It's so funny. I laugh. I say, yeah. Benny Hinn, how many times you want confess? We don't hear you. You say you're not supposed to collect tithe, you collect tithe. Okay. You say you dey sorry, say you dey collect tithe when people dey suffering. Okay. Do you understand? E just dey apologize up and down. Now say wait, abi another thing dey join this confession wey dem dey, do you understand? Another thing dey wey dem dey do. Another is there, I mean, I no understand abi something dey push the man to confess every two eke market days. I no kò yé mi. I am not understanding, you know. So guys, oh, me, I'm trying to pull up the videos for you. So please bear with me here for a minute. You understand? Hey, hey! Nigeria must be good in our lifetime. Nigeria must be good in our lifetime. Nigeria must be good in our lifetime. Anybody that says Nigeria will not be good, this is the time for Nigeria to be good. This is the time, not yesterday, not day before. This is the time. Now is the time for Nigeria to be good. Now is the time. These people will not succeed in their plans to bring Nigeria down, to suppress them. Imagine using live ammunition against peaceful protesters going on about their business, protesting about hunger. Who dey hungry dey see road? Who dey hungry dey see road? You know, when I see these Nigerians dey do wetin dem dey do, all these politicians with their minions, the police, military dey rake. If they don't, we will come out and we will show force, we will dey speak English. I say hell, umiefo. Na dis one dem dey call umiefo for where me I come from o. See finish, na be dis. See finish. See finish. I'm telling you. Because if not be see finish, what else do you want to call it? What else? I'm looking for this video. Please let me locate this video now. It's very important. But let me continue to, engage with people until I find it. Welcome, Mr. Ferreira. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome for coming, for stopping by. Eh? No, others dey, not be only RCCG, there plenty now. House on the Rock, Winners Chapel, all those people. Wetin make Winners Chapel dey build another church? I no understand. People don't have work. Eh? They don't have jobs. You are building big hey God. Oh, misplaced priority. Eh? It's crazy to me. Which who's that? The nephew who will be pastor for him church expose all the sakamaje when they dey do. Now today, it's not shocking. All those revelations are not shocking, no. Me, I'm not surprised. I don't know if you guys remember there was a redeemed pastor, I think when I don't know whether he was in the US or in England, I'm not sure where he was. And then they were telling the man that no, the man said they called him in his village to come and become the chief of his village or the king of his village or something like that. That he fasted about it, he prayed about it. You understand? And that so he now decided on his own that after praying that he will go and talk to his father. Who is his father? Adeboye. Whatever Adeboye says, that's what he will do. When he now got there, he now asked Adeboye. Adeboye now said, "Son, go ahead and become king," or something like that. Omo, ashe it was all political arrangement, as in they are just packaging themselves and putting them in positions that matter. That is my own narrative. That's my own propaganda. Man gave up being a pastor to go and be a king in his village. Does anybody remember that story? And you guys know what it entails when you want to be a king or a chief in in most of these African setup. There are a lot of things that you do that the Bible most is against. This man started using the Bible to justify his actions, my people. I knew people who were defending this. They were saying these are the same people who, when you say, this person Babalawo, they'll be shouting, no, God forbid, reject, reject. This man is now going to be in this place and everybody they support am. Thank God now say Nigerians. Hypocrisy 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Let me, in the meantime, while I'm looking for that video, because that video is a very important one, let me play this Showore's video because I liked it. I did. So right now, everybody na my friend when they fight for Nigeria. And no matter how you dey, I be friend to everybody right now. This Nigeria must work for all of us.
We have Omoyele Sowore, who is an activist as well as a journalist, and he joins us live on video chat. A very good morning to you, Mr. Sowore, and thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on. We also been told that Barrister Sam Kago-San will also join us later on, but he is on video chat, so we'd just like to acknowledge him as he is on standby. Now, in the meantime, let's kickstart things with Mr. Sowore. Day 3 of the hashtag End Bad Governance. We have seen violence across this, at some parts of the country, particularly in the north, where we saw looting in Kano and Kaduna. We've also seen an imposed curfew, 24 hours curfew from the day one in Kaduna, Kano, and also some curfew as well in Yobe as well. We also saw some part of looting at Inyanya, a border town between Abuja and Nasarawa. That as well, also a curfew was imposed in that town, part of the town, Abuja. But we also saw tear gassing, rounds of live ammunition shot at protesters from day 1 and day 2. And in day 1 as well, some protesters were arrested and accosted by thugs and arrested by the police. But Mr. Sowore, in the last 3 days, what is your take on the hashtag bad governance protest? What do you think about the turnout, and the turn of events so far for the last 2 days?
Well, it was a phenomenal success, and I want to thank Nigerians who heeded our calls to come out across the country. As you have covered yourself, these protests kicked off in Abuja on Thursday, and very quickly spread from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri, from Badagry to Naibawa Park in Kano, and by the evening of Thursday, it had almost happened across the country. And this was what I told you the last time I was on the show, that this is going to be very massive, and it has continued. Yes, there's been some initial problems which was caused by the government and security agencies, because they had thought that they could use their usual tactics of repression to stop Nigerians from demanding for their fundamental rights, which basically is about their own existence. And I'm sure they were shocked to know that within such a short period, Nigerians were conscientized, mobilized, were able to insist, regardless of what the government did. You have covered extensively all kinds of strategies and tactics they used: bribing people, threatening people, bringing in traditional rulers, religious leaders, bringing in traditional practices to threaten people, especially in Lagos and Abuja, and then eventually cracking down and killing Nigerians who are just simply demanding for their rights. With regards to the looting that happened in Kano, it has now been established that it was carried out by people who were brought in by the APC to attack the government house. It had nothing to do with us. And that was why the protests continued the next day. Without the moment the government was exposed as being behind the violence and the looting, the protest went smoothly the next day, which was yesterday, and it's going to continue today. Even though somebody had expressed that maybe the crowds weren't as big as it started, of course, people needed to take a little bit of a break, but it would continue, and I assure you that this protest will continue to be massive for the next, as long as the protesters decide to be on the streets, which is for now is going to be for the first 10 days, and we'll see what goes on from there.
So I want to bring your attention to a comment made by a lawyer, that's Ebolu Adegberua. I'm not sure, I don't know if you've heard about this, but he, counting some of the losses that Nigeria has experienced in the past few days, called for an end to the protest and dialogue. I'm going to read exactly what he said and verbatim to you. Now, he said, I appeal to the protesters to withdraw themselves from their various protest grounds and to suspend the protests immediately and indefinitely, to give room for meaningful dialogue and engagement with federal government. He continues here, given that the protests were said to have been hijacked by sponsored agents, it is necessary to avoid further losses and casualties. The organizers and their representatives should embrace dialogue. I'm wondering what your take is on this particular statement, noting that initially he is one of the people who also called for the police to actually support the protesters from, I think, earlier last month. What's your take?
I've spoken to him. It's his private opinion, and he's entitled to it. He wasn't speaking for the organizers. He said that's how he felt, and I'm sure he has more information now that will be helpful to him going forward. But there's nothing wrong if he calls for anything he feels can bring about peace. A lot of people would say different things at this time, and Ebu is extraordinarily a brilliant guy. He was a student union leader. He was president of student University of Obafemi Awolowo University Student Union when I was student union president at the University of Lagos. So we've known each other for a long time. So there's nothing to worry about. The protest will continue. He understands that very well.
And what's your take on the losses that we have experienced? Like in the north, we had the situation where there was the looting of the NCC yet to be commissioned building. There was also the shooting of a young man in, I think, Kano, and there's also curfew in Kaduna State and parts of Nasarawa as well.
Well, the protesters have broken the curfew on their own as of yesterday. There are no more curfews that I know of. The casualties you have mentioned, as you know yourself, was caused by the police. The police went out to kill people. The looting in Kano was carried out by the APC people. So there's nothing related to the protesters regarding this. The protesters have demonstrated what this is all about by stepping up the next day, which was yesterday, and protested across the country, and there are no casualties because the government and the police have been exposed. You know, if you were on Twitter, day before the protest, Lagos police claimed that there was a bomb in Lagos just to scare people, and that they detonated. But we knew these tactics, they were going to do anything possible, you know, to blackball the protester and the organizers. What they were trying to do on the first day by killing people and looting was to show to the country that, oh, this is what we said. These people are going to, it's going to be hijacked. But this is day 3 now. Who has hijacked the protest, except what the government did? Nobody. The protest is firmly back in the hands of Nigerian people. And they have demonstrated that this is going to be non-violent. The only violence you notice, and this is very important for framing by the media, was carried out by the government. So we should be calling on the government to fish out the policemen and the thugs who carried out, because they know them, they work together. These are their affiliates, they're their friends and cronies, they are the marshals of violence in the country, and they know them. And we are going to ensure that everybody who participated in killing peaceful protesters is brought to book.
And now it's very interesting that you're saying that the government should be held responsible, because I want to extend a right of reply to you. Yesterday, during the Breakfast Central show here on News Central TV, we had Shaga Links, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, Shaga Links, who is, of course, quite popular on social media, especially on X, that is Twitter. And he said that you ought to be held responsible for those that have died during the #N bad governance protest, and said that you clamored for this protest, and so they followed your directive and now have died, and you ought to be held responsible. So let me extend a right of reply to you regarding his statements from yesterday and this accusations from him.
I don't take him that serious to be replied to that. This is very illogical to hold somebody who is fighting for justice responsible for crimes committed by the government. The people who carried out the looting, the killings yesterday are government officials. That's the police, or probably the DSS might be involved. We haven't seen the army act in any way to suggest that they were involved. So how do you then hold somebody responsible for exercising his own fundamental rights? I think there's something wrong somewhere with his thinking faculty.
I must also ask you as well about the entire process in terms of the government response and the heavy presence of security agencies, but most particularly the tactic and mode of engagement with protesters. Now, we understand that there are designated points allocated for this protest across states, for Lagos, Abuja, and other major states as well. But when protesters don't go to that place, they are tear gassed and sporadically shot at in the air, which has also resulted to one stray bullet hitting somebody, and now that person unfortunately is dead. I want to ask about that tactic. What, if just to your reaction on that? Should they not be properly geared for protesters, which is of course the riot shield and rubber bullets and water cannons instead of tear gas and live ammunition?
In the first place, I want to tell you that we were the ones who asked for designated places of convergence. And in Abuja, we requested for the Eagle Square. And the minister said they can't give it to us because he didn't see our letter. We sent the letter to him, he ignored it. He told them not to collect it or acknowledge it. And so in Lagos, they said they came with a law court order that we should stay at Ojota and somewhere else. And we responded that since there are convergence zones, people should, the government of Lagos said that the one who went to court should provide buses, clean and safe buses to conduct, to carry protesters to and from the place they designated. They never responded to that. With regards to our police and our security agencies, you all know them. They are not interested in any professional conduct. That's why somebody or several persons must be held accountable for the crimes of killing and murder of innocent civilians in this case. The standard procedure for engaging protesters is to wear non-lethal or to put up a non-lethal resistance by the security agencies. But our police are so trigger happy. They're always happy to kill their fellow citizens. I don't know how long this is going to continue, but this is part of why there's end governance. And this can quickly snowball into, I think the police is provoking Nigerians to have another NSAS added to this end bad governance. Otherwise, there was no basis to be killing people who are conducting themselves peacefully. By nature, protests are not supposed to be confined to anywhere, especially when the protesters are defined from the beginning. There was ample notice given to the government that they will be marching, there will be rallies, and all sorts of protest activities going on. So there was no basis for what the police did, but they knew what they were doing. The IG of police was trying to please the President Tinubu because 4 years was apparently added to his tenure, which will make sure doesn't happen, by the way. And the government, you keep referring to the government hasn't even said a word, apart from poking their hands in the eyes of Nigerians and mocking them. The government hasn't said a word. So there's no government response as far as I'm concerned, other than to just be mocking people after they have murdered them during the protest. And another thing I wanted to add is that if the protesters were not convinced and committed, why do you think they will keep coming out every day, even after they knew that they could get killed? Because people are tired, people are hungry, they've been stripped of their dignity. And for a lot of Nigerians, death is better than the kind of miserable existence that they have now. It's very sad that we have this kind of people in power who have no regard for our people and their existence. And, they behave as if, government is set up to become the greatest enemy of the people of the country.
Okay, a bit of balance here. Most of the comments and responses that we've had from the protesters out there, they've given credit to the security authorities for actually being out there with the protesters and supporting them, save for some few places, especially in Yobe, where we had that instance of the stray bullet, or rather Kano, rather. But let's talk about uniformity of the protests from across the country. Here in Lagos, we're recording good numbers, we're recording good tales. We're talking about support from the security agencies, but in other parts of the country, it might not be so. Later on in the show today, we'll be talking about the instances of violence from the protests. Now, regarding uniformity, we have clearly identified youth leaders who are taking charge in places like Lagos, Port Harcourt, and of course in Abuja, but it's not so in the rest of the country. What's your take on how this is panning out, with different variations of the protests happening, some of them being overtaken by miscreants? In the north, we saw the looting of the NCC yet to be commissioned building. Please, your take on that.
Well, this is part of the reason why, even as journalists, you should continue to investigate every word you put out there. You keep referring to the looting of NCC, but you are leaving out the people who have been identified as looting the NCC. The Kano State government had also accused some individuals of carrying out what happened at the NCC. I saw in the news yesterday an APC youth leader who was part of the looting, who had met earlier with the deputy governor of one of the candidates in the APC. So, and the other thing that may not be far-fetched, which is another thing you should look at, is that how are you sure that it's not the NCC people themselves that arrange the looting? Because this is a place that was commissioned several years ago. It wasn't now commissioned. They just refused to put it to use, and now they want to, put it to use, and suddenly it's looted. Why would you have such multi-billion naira center just left unprotected, and it's now, according to them, looted? But the focus on looting doesn't address the fundamental reason that this protest was being sabotaged by the government. Yeah, in the protest that has happened, we have counted over 26 states or so that have participated in this protest. They're focusing on Kano, as if those chairs that were looted by the APC people are more important than the lives that were taken. The NCC can build a new center. They can refurbish it, but you can't rebuild life. That you can't bring back a person that's been killed. So it's important that in this narrative that we keep hearing of as if this protest was designed to loot. It wasn't designed to loot, and it did not do that. That is the reason why the second day of the protest, the protesters were able to prove to the world, not to Nigerians now, to the world, that this protest was not about what the government tried to paint it as by going back. And this day 3, you are covering day 3. Have you heard of any looting? And there's no looting associated with the protesters. Looting has been associated to the failure of the security agencies, either in places where they have connived directly with the looters themselves, that's if they are not looting these places themselves, or in places where they refuse to carry out their fiduciary duties to protect. We gave them ample opportunity. We met with the police IG. We met with him on Zoom, and we discussed what this is what it's about. We asked them to stay at alert, to protect. They said no, they're not interested. He already said it on during that Zoom meeting, that he's not interested in protecting us if we refuse to be confined to where they put us. He said it. If that happened in any country in the world, the IG should have resigned or be fired by now. We are not a serious country. And that's the reason why people are asking for end bad governance. Because when you have people who are put in places of responsibility, we should act whenever there's need for them to do their jobs. And they refuse, and they tell you arrogantly that they're not interested. You keep them there. How are you going to have a country that works for you, or me, or anybody for that matter?
Mr. Shore, we're pressed for time, but hopefully you can be able to answer my question before this time is over. And it's a twofold question. Yesterday, the chief of staff of the Nigerian Army addressed a nation, or rather, he addressed pressmen, and he said that the media was giving too much press or too much coverage to the protest. I would like for you to respond to that statement. And then secondly, if the president was to heed to the demand or the call to address the nation and protesters, what would his message look like? What would you anticipate his message to look like to put an end to the protests?
For the chief of defense staff, they live in the past. I don't know this part of Nigeria's problem. You know, if everybody who is in the mainstream media refuse not to report this, he will get the best reporting that he deserves. There's a different arm of the media now, known as social media, that does justice to everything, including what you don't want to know. So he's just setting you guys up to fail because he lives in the past. They still think that the entire Nigerian landscape, media landscape, is NTA and Radio Nigeria, and then Daily Times of those days. That's the mentality of the chief of staff. Otherwise, how can you say that the biggest event happening in the country should not be covered? Who does that? Who does that? I mean, I can't even imagine that he said that. And you're talking about the president, what he will say. That's not my job. That's the job of the president, if he's the president. It's not my job to advise him what to do. I'm not one of the people who elected him to power. And I've said it repeatedly that I don't believe he was elected by Nigerians. And this is what happens with terrible elections. It produces some of the most insensitive and incompetent people who feel that they're not responsible to anybody. So you can't blame him.
Well, I mean, the numbers, when you look at the numbers, it's up for debate. But Mr. Omoyele Sowore, we appreciate you for doing this with us and coming on. We want to say thank you so much and a very good morning to you.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a nice day.
Guys, that was a good interview. I'm not gonna even. I appreciate Shore for doing that interview and saying it like it is. And so this is a video I was trying to play. So let me go ahead and pull it up.
Yoruba people, they are one of the weakest links in Nigeria. Hear me out. As wildly read, as wildly exposed, enlightened, entertaining, wildly traveled, as wildly everything as the Yoruba people are, they're one of the most gullible people in Nigeria. Yes, I'm a Yoruba and I know what I'm saying. We are one of the weakest links in this country. Yeah. So please, before one person will come and say, so if you're not going to listen to what I have to say, move. This post is not for you. Okay? The reason why I said what I said is because I have not seen in any time where they see something major is about to happen in Nigeria and the tribe to go to cause chaos is not the Yorubas. Yes, I understand that the Hausas too are gullible, but I'm not going to talk about them because I'm not a Northerner. I'm going to talk about the Yorubas because I'm one and I see firsthand what they do. If there's going to be any major thing in Nigeria, the people they always go to cause chaos are the Yorubas. Why? I don't think I've seen any Igbo person being bribed to cause chaos against his own people. I don't think so. But see the government bribing the Yorubas to come and cause chaos up and down. The Mumus them, they too, they're carrying placards saying all sort of nonsense. Imagine the nerve of them now using tradition to come and do their nonsense job for them. Saying Oro has to come out. Oro. Really? Today I saw some traditionalists in Ikorodu saying they're against the protest. The money they've given you, yes, that poverty that is many that is knocking you and your lineage down. The money they are bribing you with, will it erase the poverty? That's what you should ask. If you want to come bribe me, be ready to give me a ministerial appointment. If not, we are not talking. 100,000 naira. What are you like? One if you da wala le. If you have 100,000 kilos to and you put a line in road. Egbo wotan no. Lẹ́yìn yẹn náà nǹkan inú ìyàkọ́lẹ̀ tún padà sí ni. If then instead of you to sit and fight for what is right, you are there letting them bribe you with a bag of rice that you will finish in no time. Ẹ̀yin ojú ọ̀rọ̀ lárí ọmọ tí ò yẹ kó gbé sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ẹ̀yin ọmọ lẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin aláìlójútì. They will not tell you go and cause chaos. You will not ask questions. Imagine that Sade Tinubu coming to the market and telling you people to tell your children not to protest. How many people would they arrest? Tell me. How many people would they arrest? At most, barrier, they will lock the market. After that, they will open it. She had the guts to call you people together and be telling you to tell your children not to protest against their father. And Yoruba joke and like I said, if anybody comes for me asking me and telling me ni what I want to you will only have a problem with my post if you are guilty. If your family is guilty, your father is in politics and is doing rubbish, your mother is there chopping money. Even you are there, you are chopping money. You are the only person that will have a problem with this post. But if anybody comes for me and tell me you're not and Yoruba like lojuti stronger than you know.
You see, what this girl just talked about, everywhere now they happen, is not. I'm happy she's calling her own out. That is how it ought to be. You call your family member out so that they will not go and disgrace you publicly. And when they disgrace you publicly, you disown, you tell them to their faces publicly. It is that simple. You see all this nonsense that is happening. It is all over Nigeria. It is in every tribe in Nigeria. Even in my own tribe, it is inside. Where they'll be doing themselves, not them. Some people will go for corner, go collect money. Come they make the other people look like mumu. In dey every single tribe. This now wetin every tribe need to dey do. Call out the stupid ones amongst you. That is it. Because when that Sade, whatever her bloody name is, Tinubu's daughter, came out, the audacity to be having an office of first daughter come out, I was like, this woman is coming out to tell people not to allow their children to come and protest. Who the hell is she? Is she the one you people voted? I mean, hey, is she the one? Maybe I didn't vote for the father. I don't know her. I don't know any of them. But those people that claim that they support, is this what they chose to support? Because I don't understand. Office of First Lady, Office of First Son, Second Son, Office of Wife, First Lady. Hey, God, I beg. This girl came out with her full chest to call her own people out. This is what every tribe should be doing. Because we have them all over. We have them all over. These are the ones where we dey hear. It's time to hold people's feet to the fire. See, Nigeria cannot move forward if we have messed up mindsets We can't move forward. We cannot be taking one step forward and 10 steps backwards. It will not work. I'm telling you guys, the children that are coming up now, they're going to turn around and fight their parents. Not because the handwriting is on the wall. They will ask questions that the parents will shut down. Where is this question coming from? Because the mess in Nigeria, if people don't come together to fight it, oh, well, the protest is still going on. My own be say, my own wish for Nigerians now, make they resist and they sustain. That is it. If they're able to resist and sustain, this government don't get choice, e go buckle. They can only do so much. How many are they? How can you be living in a country of your own motherland, your own fatherland? You cannot move anyhow you want. You are like a slave in your own land. Look at the video of that. I don't even want to play that video because that video made me weep in my heart when I saw it yesterday. A teacher, an educated woman, reduced to a paraga seller because of APC. In fact, let me play it because it's an indictment on Osibanjo. It's an indictment on him. This is what I'm talking about. Pastors. This is it. It's an indictment on him. Let me play that video. Let me see.
Yoruba.
Let me see if I have the video here. That video was painful to watch. I'm not even going to lie. It was painful. Yeah? A whole teacher reduced to nothing. They've sacked her. No pension, nothing. No, the wickedness is too much. I'm not going to lie. The wickedness is too much. No. Nigerians are wicked. We have wicked people amongst us. Wicked people. They released what's his name? This guy, they held him. DSS held him for such a long time. They released him. Zita, that's the Twitter handle. They just released him today. Thank God for social media. We dey follow everybody bumper to bumper. See the woman when he say make they fire, make they do something. See am na be this. They say that they find her, make they find her. All the people when they intentionally they oppress people. See these people when they go they see am. They were warning people not to travel a certain part of the road because this was Abuja. This was from Abuja. Let me quickly play this video.
Listen. Hello, Nigeria. See, we almost ate inside small car. We are going to our various different places, so different locations. See us inside car. We are ate inside one small car. They are shooting badly. They are shooting everywhere around National Assembly, Federal Secretariat. Please do not pass there. God just save our life now. Please do not pass through that place. Look at, we are ate inside this car just to save our life. Listen. Hello, Nigeria. See.
See am. Let me see. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to pull up this video because that video, if I tell you, say my heart ache for that woman. I say, God, what kind of life is this? Person manage go school, no fit train him children for school again. Na crime to be Nigerian? Is it na she be this?
Out because I'm suffering. I can no longer hide my feelings. I'm here because I'm suffering. I'm starving. Sometimes I will not eat so that the little pure water is there. I can be able to use it to feed my 2 children. My children also is working. I hope she's here. I'm not happy that she was not here. If time has not gone, I can go and bring her. We are suffering. Even to register at public school, they will demand for 20,000 before we can be able to register. And we thought the public school is also a free school. It's no longer a free school. When you get there, they will bill you. Go and bring 30,000, 5,000 for uniform. We have not seen anything since no go have done. Please help us to beg him. I'm suffering. I'm suffering. And my children also are suffering.
What's her name? Notice to speak. There is a what is
Yeah.
to be your profession.
Me, I was a qualified teacher before. I have TC2 and I have NCE. In fact, I've taught at Osibajo School before, Free Liberty School, Aja. There is one at Obanikoro. I was there before. It was when Osibajo entered the second term. They served with the staff, and Pastor Tinubu, Pastor Ngozi at Holy Spirit Parish with him sacked all the teachers and put our own people there. That is why since then it has affected me. Even my pension is still there. I'm pension. I'm also pleading to Osibajo to look at me and go and settle it out. I need my pension also. I'm Folake Joy. I'm a professional teacher before. I have TC2 and I have NCE. I went to Adeniran Ogunsoya College of Education. I did part-time program, School of Part-time Study, First SOS. My matric number is 50 07 01 2502. Thank you.
Did you hear that? Brilliant woman, no? Brilliant. This woman a brilliant woman. Yeah? They don't reduce her to mineral seller for street. A whole teacher. When they work for former vice president school, person come take over, fire everybody, put her own people. This is the mentality in Nigeria. Please make it make sense. So now people say, make people fold hand, they wait. Make people not do anything. Make the suffering just continue like that. Make people not fight back. Make they just wait for the time when they will come unalive them or abduct them for their own papa land. I never see anybody wey get papa for house or mama for house. Stranger go come, enter inside. At least not in my own family. Because if you try am for my family, you go meet with fierce resistance. Because my papa no play like that. Do you understand? So imagine you're in your own land, your own fatherland. You don't even have freedom. Look at this woman. She cannot put her children in public school. Public school is no longer free education. You pay for everything, 30,000 here, 5 they go use and collect money from your hand. And people are saying why Nigerians should wait. There was a space I happened to be on. One of these APC supporters came, one girl speaking, all of them are also correct. They speak the grammar. They sabi, they go use play on words. Come, they confuse people when they want confuse. Nigerians are impatient. Nigerians are impatient. They don't too much. If they speak English, hell God, woman that women, I call it fear them. If they do me, may collect mic, but where I dey, I no fit collect mic. I say, if I collect mic or more, I go light this whole place on fire. This asshole was talking. Thank God for Lamin. Lamin came and devoured her. Yeah. I can't see. Oh, my whole body. I say, yes, please speak to her. Let sense enter her head. Have never, and you know the annoying part, the dumbest part of these people is that as you are telling them truth bombs, these people will now tell you, gaslight you, and say you're being emotional. Isn't that what Abiola's son did yesterday? Let me just touch a little bit about Abiola's son. Is it not a shame for a grown adult to be introduced as the son of Abiola and Kudirat. You are not introduced by what you've been able to achieve for your life. Even if you are a McDonald's flipper, burger flipper, or you are a gate man, at least it is you that is the gate man. They have to rope your father and your mother in to introduce you. Look at the way he was talking yesterday. This man showed that he was he was he was devoid of empathy and empathy and detested the Nigerian people by his responses. And he actually indicted his family in the process because he claimed that Tinubu is living out Abiola's vision for Nigeria. What does that tell you about Abiola? You see Nigerians that you have no heroes past. Because even the Abiola that they, because of created June 12, Kurukere, IITA, the man was also moving white powder. Hey! Nigerians. Everything is being laid bare. From. And they listened to the man yesterday and say, see this one. You are being introduced as son of, not as human being. What they do, all these so-called elites of Nigeria, their children have no vision, no purpose of their own. They just they do every year. When they now see somebody that will just give them one position in the government, that's all they live for. Live off of the welfare of the entire 200 million people in that country. They will now put them in one position. What was it? I think they say he's advisor to a VP or whatever. That is the most they can be in their life. God forbid. Living in your families, in your parents' shadows. See the way they talk. E be like who don go school. E be like who not go. Hey! May I not talk pass like that. Aha! Obiadilu, thank you very much. It's already happening. So, thank you. This one that we are doing, if you people don't fight for this your children, the children that will inherit that your father's land or more, the kind admonition, e be like say una never where pikin dey abuse or dey curse their parents, una never see am, una never experience am. It's not a funny thing to hear o, it's not pleasant in the ears. E dey pain parents in a different way. I've seen it in villages, I've seen it happen. Cold go catch you where a parent will call out their parents and put their feet to the fire. Omo, e not funny. Your children are coming to inherit debt that they don't know anything about. Your government is stealing and pillaging the lives of your children away. Nigeria is not for one person. It doesn't belong to one family. It does not belong to one name. Sorry, people, I'm sorry. I have to. Oh, goodness. Now. Na pastor sack am now. The pastor sack all the other people, put her own people. That's what she said. Pastor Ngozi, Adina Ngozi Kaikona. One pastor, make I play am again. May not be say I dey put words for the woman mouth.
Out because I'm suffering. I can no longer hide my feelings. I'm here because I'm suffering. I'm starving. Sometimes I will not eat so that the little pure water is there. I can be able to use it to feed my two children. My children also is working. I hope she's here. I'm not happy that she was not here. If time has not gone, I can go and bring her. We are suffering. Even to register at public school, they will demand for 20,000 before we can be able to register. And we thought the public school is also a free school. It's no longer a free school. When you get there, they will bill you. Go and bring 30,000 or 5,000 for uniform. We have not seen anything since no go have done. Please help us to beg him. I'm suffering. I'm suffering. And my children also are suffering.
What's the
You
name?
notice to speak very well. What is
Yeah.
today your profession?
Me, I was a qualified teacher before. I have TC2 and I have NCE. In fact, I've taught at Osibajo School before, Free Liberty School, Aja. There is one at Obanikoro. I was there before. It was when Osibajo entered the second term. They served with the staff and Pastor Tinubu, Pastor Ngozi at Only Free Parish with him. Sack all the teachers and put our own people there. That is why since then it has affected me. Even my pension is still there. I'm pension. I'm also pleading to it has affected me. Even my pension there. That is why since then all the teachers, Tinubu, Pastor Ngozi at Only Free Parish with him. Sack all the teachers and put our own people there. That is why since then it has affected me. Even my pension is still there. I'm pension. I'm also pleading to Osibajo to look at me and go and settle it out. I need my pension also. I'm Folake Joy. I'm a professional teacher before. I have TC2 and I have NCE. I went to Adeniwe Ogunsoya College of Education. I did part-time program, School of Part-time Study, Best SOS. My market number is 50 07 01 25 02. Thank you.
Eh? You guys heard it. I had to play it back again. He said, Pastor Ngozi, he fire everybody, put her own people. Ah, Nigeria. This is a problem. Oh, we cannot continue like this, and we cannot pretend like we don't know what's happening. This mindset will not take us anywhere. It will only create more and more problems for us, where people feel like they are not being given the opportunities that they deserve. We can't continue like this. We can't. This is the time, oh. My own prayer for Nigeria, if at all I dey pray now, the only prayer when I dey pray na make God give Nigerians courage, the boldness, the sustenance, the staying power to recognize that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to change the narrative of Nigeria. That's just the truth. This is a once in a life. And all these people that are coming together and saying they are organizing and collecting money to be giving people, you people should not use it to spoil this protest. More than not use this collecting of money. This one they collect money. You want to buy food for the people. Well, some people they milk other people for money. Nobody should listen to anybody asking for money. Na hunger na make you dey protest. Let that hunger be your motivation. After all, on the street, you're gonna eat anyway. Your people around you will be taking care of each other. That's one good thing about Nigerians. They know how to take care of each other. When you reach protest ground, shebi dem dey share sausage that day. See as people dey rush am because they never see food chop. I remember so many videos of people that will say they have not eaten for the past 3 days, others for the past 4 days, others for how long. Food is not the motivation. They should not turn this to another 2020 EndSARS thing. And all this one of let's be gathering money and be no. People should be on the streets. It's simple. We have a country to save. We have a country to save. There are Nigerians that are traveling. They already booked their ticket of how they want to travel. Come go meet people when they go follow them, do this thing. More than not come turn am to carnival, jamboree. That sustenance is needed. Food go dey. That's not the priority right now. Na who dey alive na dey chop. Welcome, Seed. How now? Happy Saturday to you. Not my Wike. Wike That weekend, oh my god, man, not talk with today my mind about weekend. Let me just leave it. Let me just leave it. More victory, you know now. We shout, I quarrel, I fight, I wrestle. Even after the election, when they count, I dey shout. Why you people watching these people counting? I could not, I say, let's rush these people, chop the paper in their faces. Oh, nothing. Go platforms, go dey shout. They make noise up and down. People should pour out on the street though. I came out, I said, please, people should join us. Let's go and protest. Nobody. See am now. See am now. But thanks to New York, New York people came out. Thanks to the people in the UK. I don't know if Canada people came out. I didn't see any videos. If Canada people came out, please let us know. Me, I didn't see. And all the protesters in Nigeria. But we need to sustain this. In order for us to get the Nigeria that we deserve, we cannot keep quiet and watch these people roll over and watch them do whatever they want to do. They cannot. The lives of the people that have been taken cannot be in vain. Everybody that was responsible for taking the life of a peaceful protester must be held accountable. I am glad that people are taking account of the names of the people that have been unalived, so that on the day of reckoning, they will be accounted for. Well, this is not 20, this is well organized. I don't know if you guys listen to some of the international news. That's what they've been saying. Well organized protests. And you know, Kenneth, you said something yesterday, and I'm beginning to actually see that the real protest is probably going to be next year. You know, I'm beginning to agree with you. There's some signs that I'm seeing that's making me think that way. As time, as time goes on, maybe we'll talk more about it. Because the way Nigeria is cannot sustain, it's impossible. Nigeria is in the pocket of a few. How can your own government be stealing your own oil to go and be doing stuff with it in Malta, and then selling it back to you at higher price? Not be saying a better oil that they sell to you, cheap one, fake oil, when no dey do any, when they damage your cars. Shebi dem talk say they don allow NNPC to sell to Dangote. Omo, dem don throw Dangote under, dem don throw am inside the bush again. Maybe Dangote go come out again. Maybe this time na im go lead protest. Because Nigeria, the rich, the billionaires are crying, and I'm loving it. Because when you are supposed to talk, you not talk. Because you see say e no dey touch you, the golden boy, government golden boy, nothing touches you. All the so-called businessmen is sonu that we have in Nigeria that feel like they are untouchable. E go touch all of them round. Aha. It will go round and come back and come and meet them. Bunch of useless, unempathetic, selfish, greedy, gluttonous buffoons. We have no elite in Nigeria. Please, people should stop talking about it. We don't. They are just as poor. They are even worse. They are like church rats. Because you cannot have so much money in the midst of such decadence in your society. It's not showing in the lives of your people. Your money is zero, is equal to zero. You see, I have no respect, none, for any of the so-called self-acclaimed billionaires in Nigeria. I not get one iota of respect for them. None. And I'm very happy with the way this protest is going, because no Hollywood, no Nollywood, no paparazzi, no musician is coming out and be shouting and be talking and be singing releasing album. Shebi na hear wetin Portable talk. Portable say protest na for poor people. He don reach. The guy lose 100,000 followers. He shock am. That is how you protest. You need to learn how to put people in their place. When the people you are supporting ought to be fighting for you, your own needs that are basic, okay? The people that you are supporting with you are watching, they are showing movie you are going to watch, you are going to pay your own hard-earned money. When you buy their ticket, you go buy drink, join them, buy food, maybe take other people with you. They are not empathetic to your sufferings. If they miss yarn, or not support you in your day of suffering, you unfollow them to oblivion. I'm telling you, that is how you protest. People don't lose 100,000 and it's counting. The guy is crying now. That's how you deal with people. Nigerian celebrity are some of the most, not all of them, but the most unempathetic human beings, greedy, gluttonous people. They do not care for the lives of the people that they 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 they, they make movies for. Without you, they won't have money. Without you, nobody will know them. Nobody will know them. Your art is the same thing. Your artist the same thing. If you see that they are not putting their voice, adding their voice to ensure that your suffering is reduced, you don't give them the light of day. It's simple. Now you they make them stars. Not be. You need people to make you a star. You can't be a star all by yourself. You can shine as bright as you want, but if people are not supporting you, you are just shining last song. It's true. So I don't know. Um if anybody has anything else to add, please come on the studio. I'm about to wrap this up. make I go May I go drink ginger and Kene abeg send me that. If you get that honey, biko. I not sure say Kene get that honey. Forget. Kene, you not get Nigerian honey. I wish say you get Nigeria. That one wey be the bee, you go still see the bee thing still dey linger inside the something. Very thick. If you cut small like this, the thing go dey drop. Na so that's the strategy the convicted knows to do. They're trying to pacify. Yeah, but the thing is now, see, here's what's happening now. They said that they've now allowed NNPC to sell directly to me. They have turned another thing that they talk now. Now another thing, they don't turn around again. They are talking about another thing. It's not the same anymore. They are talking about another thing. So Dangote, they've thrown him under the Sansan again. There was another video I wanted to play for you guys before I leave. Let me see if I can find that video. Mamo, what is up with Sheun? Sheun has become very vocal these days. Please, is there something I don't know? Am I coming to the party late? I don't understand. What is going on with Sheun? Sheun has become so vocal. It be like saying that all of a sudden, overnight. What happened? What happened? Can somebody enlighten me? Because I don't know. What did they call him? Sheun's immediate turnaround is a shock. It has come like this. Because Sheun used to irritate the heck out of me. But I saw him giving somebody fire for fire. Well, I think it was Dakwa Abiodun, when Dakwa Abiodun was saying that Tinubu won the election and Nigeria should be sole losers. Where thunder go fire that Dakwa Abiodun mouth. Thunder, when go fire, I go remove that in mouth. Useless criminal. Credit card criminal. They open mouth, they call Nigerians, people when you suppose, no wonder they they do anything for a state. How people take vote this kind man into their state when they see them as human beings? Calling them sore losers. That word pain me, I no lie. If I did for that state, as people supposed to initiate a form of impeachment against that governor, I'm telling you, that is disrespect of the highest order. I beg, if anybody knows what made what did they call him Sheun start to the change in tongue, I beg Mona let me know, because your girl. Hey, Sido, how far now? Welcome.
I'm fine. How you
Good to
doing?
have you. Happy Saturday.
Same to you. Your voice looks like you need to go and rest too.
I'm telling you, in fact.
Oh my God.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Sheung, everybody is chopping breakfast, you know. It's not easy.
You think that's
No,
why
it's
he's
true.
become vocal because he's chopping breakfast?
No, Sheung will have family members, Sheung will have
Mm.
friends, Sheung
Mm-hmm.
will then when you go back out of your studio, people will ask you, oh boy, Sheung, wait till they talk, you know? And the guy will look at himself and say, and you know, he has started his own podcast, which is Mike On, which is a very, very, and I think he's just trying to diversify and whatever happens, the worst you guys will do is to sack me. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's not easy to sack such person that already has following.
I thought they said they sacked him from Channels News.
Yeah, but they did not. It did not work because you know one thing. Each of these stations they have their full. Just like Arise News, the people the where they make their money is from
Rufai.
uh Rufai them. So
If they fire Rufai on more, Arise News don't vote over be that.
if you remove Rufai and all this OG and Ayo, everybody will just leave you people. Then channels, the people that watch channels watch because of Sheuna. If you remove him, your rating will drop. So such people have a voice. And the thing that's annoying Shehu is that when something is blatant, how is he going to lie? This is not TVC. How is he going to lie? You know, he was asking that boy Abuyedu, that one they call Eleyi. He's not the person they call Eleyi.
I don't know what's a
It's him
lady.
now. It's him now.
Be
You
like name
know,
of monkey. What to be a lady?
no, Eleyi was what Tinubu called him now when Tinubu said Emilokon. The day Tinubu mentioned that word Emilokon, he was in in his state and he called him Eleyi, this one. That this one is not this one that I put there. That's who he was referring to. So he was put by Tinubu. He doesn't have anything. It's what Tinubu says that he does. So that's why he can afford to talk to people anyhow. Do you get me? They
Mm-hmm.
don't really care, you know. But our prayer is that the what do you call it? The protests will continue, you know, and it will be sustained. I hope they can sustain it. Like I said, the only way, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
The only way the protest is strong is when the North joins it because the North does not do celebrity protest. Their own is fire for fire. They don't waste time. As soon as don't see where is the problem happening? It's in the North. As soon as they came out, is straight on fire for fire. They are not here to start playing music, all this kind of thing. No, 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 no. Because they are suffering, you know. The poverty is the poverty in the north has always been there, but this is the worst ever because normally the north somehow they will do their farming, they will go to their farm, they put their food, but they played a very wrong game. And by the time they realized it at the end of Buhari's government, that Buhari was useless to them and that it is worse. Everything has become very bad. Now this man has come. He has worsened it. He has no clue. He doesn't know what he's doing. And the worst of it, he doesn't even care. Do you see him coming to talk to us? I was telling them,
Why are you people wanting him to come out? What does he want to come out? Did
no,
you
he's not going to. Like I said, he's not. His mode of operation. He doesn't come out. He's not going to come out to anybody. I don't know why people are saying, "Oh, we want
exactly?
him to talk to us." Talk to you what? Somewhere that will not talk to you before. It didn't tell you that it is Agbado in the morning, Agbado in the night, Agbado in the afternoon. You go and eat corn. He told us now. He told us. He told Nigerians. And me, I advise Nigerians, start planting this corn. I advise people. Oh, Omo, why did they laugh? I was here. I was here.
I advise Nigerians start planting
I,
this
I
corn.
also supported the advice. I advised Nigeria. His wife came out and started planting garden. They advised us. Start planting this corn because you people will be hungry. He knows that hunger, and you will see what he will do. He is going to make people hungry. He wants to wait out the 10 days. He say after 10 days, hunger go bite una go leave street. That's his mindset. That's his mindset. So we just pray that Nigerians will defy it and say, you know what? Let people start dying on the streets. You will come and carry people. And I think Nigerians should change strategy also. Down the tools. Stop going to work. Stop working. Let everything,
Honestly, say it loud, Sid.
stop working. Let everybody just start. If if you don't have strength to go out for protest, just start to everybody, don't work. It's just like in the East when they say stay at home thing. Everybody just stay at home. The airports will be down, the offices will be off, banks will be out. Then is when it starts hitting the economy directly. Because as it stands now, he feels, don't worry. Didn't Akpabio say that he will just be relaxing, eating his edikaiko soup as people are protesting? You know what he said? Without regard, no concern for people. Like, no, they don't even feel that we exist. They feel that after 10 days, we'll tire, we'll come up for road.
Wait, Kene, you say you want to address Nigerians tomorrow. Where you take sit down one? Okoko bioko. They say on Nigerians, na president, Agbado, they say want to talk. Now the one where they don't orchestrate or na real self go come. I mean, na AI they want this.
They don't really care. So whether he address tomorrow or he doesn't address tomorrow, Nigerians should continue piling
I'm
the pressure.
telling you, they should continue, sustain. Go ahead, my brother.
You should pile the pressure and see how I am, the best outcomes. Now, this is the most important part of the protest. Where do we move from here? All right. So, okay, we have started the protest. You get to the 10 days. If because it's who blinks first. If nothing happens, where do we move from here? That's the biggest question. Where do we move from here?
If not, well, here's the thing for me. I think that Nigerians should stop allowing them to limit them, especially in Abuja, because what they're doing in Abuja is they're trying to restrict them to certain locations.
No,
You
they should not
understand?
allow that rubbish.
Like they're trying to corner them, like God, that stadium now where they started using live ammunition and the tear gas on
Mm.
them. They should move to find a way to get to NAS, however way they need to do it. And people need to come from different parts of the state to Abuja because I think Abuja is in desperate need of a lot more crowd, right? They need to go to their homes, man. Because when you visit them where it hurts them the most, that's where it's going to be effective. All that
Mm.
one because as they are doing the tear gas, they are using their life things. There's no way to not touch their building. There's no way you not access or you don't know where it will hit. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
this is my own suggestion. And like a lot of people also have put that out. Like they should do that. That's what they need to do. Not be today road. Go NAS. Go their houses. Gone. Show up there. I'm telling you, if they
Mm.
do anyhow, make they run enter inside the houses. So anything when they come, make it they enter their houses too. That's the way Nigerians need to do it. They need to be smart about this, not being on the road. That road thing not the work. Not
Mm.
the work. Oh.
Because they would keep this is their playbook. Tinubu understands this playbook very well. That's his talking trade. He's going to keep creating confusion. He doesn't want to come out. He's not going to talk to anybody. He's using all the pseudos. He's using all the pseudo people he can use. Keep playing around the game, extend it. They feel, don't worry, just stay for next 5 6 days. They will tire. All you need to do, he has already told military is threatening, police is threatening. So he feels that if he has the instrument of state, that there's nothing happening, that is in control. You see, so that's the real challenge of this.
There's no challenge, oh. All bets are off now. Challenge you
Greetings,
small things. Hey, welcome, oh, Mama Echo. Welcome, welcome, oh. Greetings. Happy Saturday to you.
same to you. Eléyìí.
It's the lady now that they're talking
Na
about.
eléyìí ayé akọ́dé lá.
Yeah, it went over my head. I didn't even grab it on time.
When the whole governor become eléyìí, you know say story don pass Ghana.
The governor LA now. So
This one.
now this one. So anything where they tell him, he will do. So the governor is but the problem is that these men come out and they just lie. They just lie like without
Anyway, we know say
impunity.
that they lie. My children know say that they lie, so they are ready for this. They give them 10 days, make them mumu na, and at the mumu na go before them. Because their agenda now be say 10 days they go come off for street. Who? Now mumu na go be. Now no say, now you know say when you want win get that, there's what they call last card. My children go play last card for now. They street. They say that they obey una for court order for Lagos and Abuja. No problem.
Stupid court order. Court order to who?
Court order to who, my dear?
They say it's court order to unknown persons. That's what the court order says.
Exactly.
Unknown persons.
Not so that to unknown persons. Yeah.
Wait,
saw
nah.
that.
Court order to
where
another guy and unknown persons.
Where Wike as a Mayegu cousin. They obey court order and they never release Nnamdi Kanu.
Oh my name.
I be not be the same court they go collect those orders. Not be the same court give judgment say they release them.
Tayao.
Why be say when he sue to them, they gonna say there is what they call court order.
The problem is that the court is already compromised in Nigeria. Wike plays with the courts like juggling. His wife is a judge. All of them, they play on this court. So those court orders are rubbish.
This taproot, when they taproot Nigeria, both in the judiciary, everywhere, we need to uproot it now. And just like everybody is saying, this is our only one chance for a very long time.
Exactly.
And the only way we can really make it a chance that will give us result is sustainability. So let all of us, home and abroad, since those of us who are in there abroad, not this street, all we need to do is that encouragement. Let us not second guess ourselves whether we can sustain it. Whatever we need to sustain it, let's put it together to sustain it. Because it is doable. The journey we enter, it's not a marathon. I mean, it's a marathon. I'm saying a marathon that they run small.
Yeah.
It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. So make we not a second guess ourselves whether we can sustain it, because I know we Nigeria, we are strong. If we make up our mind to do anything, we they do and we they get results. So you see this journey, we miss Awen Yakubu play us 419. We miss Awen Court play us 419. I remember when at a point, you will remember this statement. When we will come on the space and we will talk and it will look so hopeless. And I will ask one question, is there no way out? You remember? My sister not did that.
Yeah, I remember then. Maybe she's tired.
Is there no way out? Are we going to just throw our hand in the air as if
I remember.
there is no way out? So our children has come to give us a way out. All we need to do is to sustain
men. We don't have to second guess this. For your information, they are not leaving the street on the 10 if they not get result. And they say they are ready to stay for 1 year if that is what it takes. So they are not even saying if it is 1 month.
See,
For Delta, the route where they carry food go east, they block them. The one where they carry things from east to the other side, they block them. What did that one mean? So, for strategy, they go to change from one place to another. When they block those two routes, maybe they go just sit down. They don't need to the waka sit down. They look who want to put those routes. Yes or no? As for the North, they have done the entire revolution. You blame them. Because the Northern youth, a lot of things has been discovered by them. If you don't know, they've discovered that they be using the religious leader to lie to them.
Let me tell you what just happened now, right? I saw it like a few minutes ago. So in the north somewhere, some people are using the Russian flag. They lifted the Russian flag while they were protesting. So one of the northern handlers, one of the northern influencers shared it. While the protesters in Kano, raising Russian flags. Is Russia sponsoring protests in Nigeria to cause anarchy? My own suspicion right away is that these are APC goods that may have
You are right,
carried those flags, planted, gave it to all this. You know, this they'll give them 2,000, 1,000. I raise this flag. And most of them don't understand some of these things. Carry them, raise up to give APC opportunity to say, be like say they don't have
now Russians, now
so that they go. Thank you. So me, I can't respond to the guy.
They put a lot of game into this.
Yes, and we they debunk them for online. Go ahead.
Because Russia is not interested in us right now.
It's not with this caricature that we have there.
So now they went to their kings, the emirs, that they think can deceive the youth, but the youth, northern youth, as final, they don't tell them the truth, that they collect a good job before they even come and speak those things.
Exactly.
So when you were preaching to me, telling me this is in the Quran, I find out that you were all lying after collecting money. You know, she said they go visit Buhari for Dara.
I'm telling you, that is sweet, my belly.
Hey. So now the South never wake up well.
Nobody say the South never wake up. You know, the South, the way we do our things, we're looking at each other's face and we are so scared because every time there is a fight, you get me?
You see, they don't play all the card when they won't play.
You see, one thing, see.
Wait,
if that
make I finish.
Okay.
They don't play all the card when they don't play. The same card that they play for us, that they play in the North. But the youth has been able to decode it. That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is
they play card of tribe Igbo for us. They're not playing.
They are still playing it now.
There is at least is it Bubarabi? What will be this guy name? Pastor for North. That black man from
Buba.
Okay. You know, he stand up. Where are your own in the South?
Yeah, those are big boys. So they are celebrity pastors now.
All of them mature. They keep quiet.
Now you know say they be celebrity pastors. You see, at least I know a lot of them.
Very soon. It be like say my children need to go and block all the entrances to all these major mega churches on Sunday.
Let me tell you, Mother H.O., the truth is this, they are all compromised.
We
You
know
see,
all this. But
they have been compromised. Unfortunately, I don't like to talk on all these men of God and imams. I just leave them
which
to
men
their
of
fate.
God?
Wait, no, at least I just give them their
I
respect,
beg my
Wait,
brother.
wait,
I
now
want
wait,
ask,
wait,
wait,
wait.
wait. Wetin make them men of God? You can't be men of devil. You.
No. You see,
Oh,
at
because
least
you know,
they are
wait, because you know they climb pulpit. Now they
wait,
take different from
Mother
you.
H.O. One thing is this,
Because
those
the
men,
difference between you and them is
those
that you
men,
do wait. The difference between you and them is because you don't climb the pulpit to lie.
wait, no, it's not that. It's not that. What I'm just trying to say is that you see, all those guys, government gives them a lot of leeway. Look at the big boys, all the big boys, all the land they have, that were giving them to them in Lagos, Ogun State, and all that. It was during the time of Tinubu. So most of them are compromised. But you see, people don't understand who Issa El Buba is. Me, I followed Issa El Buba very well. Issa El Buba was a former Muslim that became a Christian. He's a radical. Issa El Buba's background is different from the southern pastors. Number one. Number two, Issa El Buba is somebody that looks after a lot of remote northern pastors that have been killed and their families, they have widows. So this guy is somebody that understands grassroots and he cannot follow their pattern because their pattern is not working. That's why I know that it's only him that has the mind to come on the street. The southern pastors are protecting their interests, unfortunately. If you see what happened now in these riots, if what happened in the north, Kaduna and all those places, if it was like that in the south, we would have seen worse than Lekki. But you know what? Tinubu cannot be too high-handed on the north. If not, it will be like putting fuel inside fire. If Tinubu release, say, okay, boys, go and do what you did in Lekki, go and do it in Kano, Kaduna, Sokoto, the place go burn up. So me, I want it that the North should spearhead this protest for the first time. Then the South will come and start with you. People are wondering, okay, why is it that Igbos are not the Igbos are not doing this protest? It's because every protest has always been on Igbo head, even the one that they did not do. Even this one, they are looking for a way to make it is the Igbos that are generating this protest. So that is why Igbos are not wanting to join this thing full on. Because if we join it full on, it takes it to another level. So they stay clear. Because this same thing is what caused problem for the war. These same issues of, oh, it's an Igbo coup, it's Igbos that are creating the problem, so they want to leave Nigeria, they are seceding. Meanwhile, if you look at the history of what happened, it was because a lot of Igbo properties were being burnt and taken over. And then they said, stop doing this. So there's a lot of, now the North is fighting because they need to fight. And I thank God that they should bring the fight to their governors. They should bring it to their governors. They should shut down their systems and say, look, give us food. We are hungry. The West, they are still playing, I mean, they have done well, but they are still playing the politics of tribalism. So my prayer is that people will sustain, get to a point, move this protest to economic protest, down tools. Some parastatals need to start shutting, down in tools, just down tools. By the time we down tools for another 10 days, 20 days, 1 month, the economy go dey work now. The economy go dey work. If there's nobody in the airport, there will be problem to flights. If there's nobody in the hospitals, there will be more challenges. Yeah. So we need to get to that point where the government must respond. Go to your state house, talk to your state, start holding, occupying state houses and saying, you guys need to stop. You know, Tinubu wants to go and borrow more money. Wants to borrow more money now. Borrow money and share to the cronies. I'm not even worried for people like Dangote, because Dangote, they are part of the whole thing. The reason why Dangote is shouting is because he decided not to bow down to the power that be, and he exposed them. So when he exposed them, they now call him, say, oh boy, come. Let's arrange some mediation for you. Meanwhile, what Dangote is saying is a serious thing. It's a serious thing that should be investigated by EFCC and all that, because he has indicted directly the president. Because it's the president's company that is organizing the thing in Malta. And it's them that import those fuels. Like I said, when the cabal is in charge of the fuel thing, subsidy will not stop. They need to pay themselves the subsidy. So they will frustrate every other thing, because they are very greedy, and they are not only greedy, they are evil. It's not even greed again. You know, sometimes you say somebody is greedy, but no, this one has passed greed. It's now evil. They just want people to suffer. All the money they are getting, I don't know what they are using it for. Look at this Ifeanyi Uba. Didn't he die? Yes, he's dead now. Rich man. All the money people have, you will leave it one day. So why is it that people cannot think small? Okay, even if you want to eat Nigerian money, that's fine. Eat 60%, give us 40% of Nigerian money, people will still be alive. People will still, be able to eat at least one square meal. Why do you want to take 100%? Why is it that they want 100%? You want to repair? Do you know that the repairing of the VP residence, it came in the time of Buhari? Buhari did not want to do it. They said, Osibanjo said, no, there's no point. Like, they don't have money to do that. Why should they repair residence? Why do they have to do a new residence? They will stay where other ones have been staying. They were supposed to buy a new yacht. They did not approve it. Buhari did not approve that. But when this man came, the first thing he wants to do is get a new yacht. He wants to sail around the world. Get a new this, repair this. No care, buy cars, just buy cars. Because IMF have told him to spend the money. So he collect loans, spend the money. Meanwhile, we have gatekeepers in World Trade Center, World Trade Organization. He was thinking that he would do his own thing. Okonjo-Iweala has left him, do whatever he wants. The economy is tanking. Investors are getting away. You now float the currency. People are mining gold. Governors are in charge of the mining of gold in Zamfara. No control. People are mining gold and putting it into their pocket. I mean, sometimes I think of African leaders like, seriously, no brain. So I hope that Nigerians will continue to maintain pressure. That's just our prayer, because Tinubu will use everything possible. He's a street man. He will use everything possible to neutralize this. But for now, I think the people are winning. The narrative is very, very, like, all the propaganda is falling to the cats. No way they want, even the one they wanted to do on Peter Obi, that one could not even stick. So shameless people. Something that he did last month or few months ago in Labour Party, you now cut it and then put it as say he's doing riots. No, people don't, like, seriously, APC is just, you know. But my own, the funniest part of the whole thing was the people they gathered together and gave them 1,000 or whatever to protest against protest. The person come out, you know, even know if they protest against protest, yet they say make them give them food. Ah, God help us. Well, I hope for the best. I pray that they document the lives of people that have been lost. You know, one of the things, if they
The
document it,
names of the people are being documented. They're not letting anybody just go like that. So
and they should be rolling it
there's
we
a
should be
form of
rolling it.
updating every day as any life lost or anything like that. So they're
Yeah,
taking
yeah, and
account.
they should be rolling it every time, online, everywhere. Like, do a
Yeah, I'm
roll,
sure they're going to start doing that. But yeah,
do a rolls, because that's how they came and said, and there was no massacre in Lekki. They told us openly. Can you imagine?
yeah. So that's what they have him. That's why they're taking the time to do this one
Then,
because of what
then
they did the
what
last
was
time.
this governor's name? Fashola went to start doing detective work. God help us. Fashola said, "Oh, he has seen a camera there." You know, like, seriously, these people. Oh, I've never. This is the worst ever. The worst.
My own is that all the people that are planning for church tomorrow, they should do their protest in church. If any Christian does not do a protest in church, you say you are a believer, you believe in God, that God that you claim to worship. I'm sorry, you're not a believer. You don't even know
How
who
would they
God
do
is.
protest in church?
They have to, my brother. They have
Well, how would they do it? That's what I'm
they
asking you. How
will
would they?
have to figure out a way. Make dem wear t-shirt, march on that podium, talk to the people, get their asses out on the streets. That's what they need to do. Christians, Muslims, traditionalists, whatever religion you belong to. This
You know,
bullshit that the religious people do in Nigeria, it's
I know,
time
I know,
to call a spade a spade.
I know how you're feeling about it. But
No, no, it's
you
not
also
about
know.
how I'm feeling.
No, no,
See,
no, no.
it's not about. I know I know you want to defend. And please, let's save that. I'm not
No, it's not
interested
defending them.
in
I'm just
hearing
trying. I'm not
about the
defending anybody.
defense of
I'm
religion.
just saying that
Everybody should get their asses off churches and Muslims and be on the fucking streets. Excuse my French.
the only way such things can happen is if people don't even show up. All right, people
That's what
should
I
like.
mean. If they
eh,
have to show up, they
people,
need to show up where their pastors are preaching. Climb the podium and
they
tell
won't
the
do that.
pastors to wear
Ni-
t-shirts and march with them. That's
Nigerians
what needs to
respect
be.
their traditional rulers,
Not
their
anymore. People
religious
are beginning to
rulers.
see beyond the bullshit. You
Wait.
see what
There's still
the Muslim
there's
people are
still
doing to their imams? They are telling their imams, don't talk to us about Nata again.
yeah, they can
Hunger
do
is
that, but
nobody's friend.
they can't
Christians need to do the same damn thing. A
they can't
lot of these
you
religious people are what they are hypocrites. We see
you will
year
not
in,
see
year out. So they need
you
to match their words with their action tomorrow. And if they choose to show up, let it be about the protest. If anybody is going to church to go and sit down in a country where people are starving and unaliving and being kidnapped and their leaders are silent, I'm sorry, there's that the God that they went to that church to meet does not exist there. I'm sorry. Because Nigerians need to dey get sense. Everything not be zombie. Anywhere they say go, you go. Zombie mentality. Churches everywhere in Nigeria. Look at the decadence.
the
Muslims
truth is this.
everywhere. Look at the
I wish
decadence.
I
Abeg.
wish all imams and religious leaders we function the way Issa Ebuba has functioned. If they do that, this protest will move from 0 to 100, because the religious leaders and traditional leaders, they hold almost 80% of the population. And in that 80% of the population, as we speak now, at least 70% honor those guys. So my problem is, people, the political cronies, they are not elites, cronies, have held them, compromised them so well that they don't have a voice anymore. If not, by now, if somebody like Issa Ebuba has come out, and you have somebody like the Geo come out, all the Geos, especially all of them that are in Lagos there, they are running, their people are millions and millions of people. If they come out and start marching on the street, police cannot throw tear gas. Police cannot. It will break the back of government, because now it means the big boys have stepped on the floor. Imams come out and start walking. Immediately, even police will not be able to do anything, and the government will have no other option. So, but the government realizes these guys are compromised. So we can afford to play the game, because when they go to this church or they go to their mosque, they will be preached to and be told, please, and let there be peace. That's the word they will use. Peace and one Nigeria. That's what they have been doing all through Nigeria's history. So, but we have few renegades like Issa Ebuba, or one of those imams that are radicals, but they are not many. So our prayer is that Nigerians can be able to say, you know what, we need to boycott everything. That's how India won independence. Social boycott. Boycott everything. Boycott just down to, if you can gather food together, put food in storage and boycott for the next 20 days. Let Nigerians not go to work. Let there be no market. Let there be no, if you shut down market, nobody's going to work. Please take care of your neighbor. If neighbors can share food, let them share food. Let's hold on for these 10 days. I believe that it will create more impact. Yes, we have created a scenario of government is now saying, okay, there's a lot of movement in at least 20 states of Nigeria, and they are trying to contain it and find a way. But the next level is shut down the process. Boycott. That's what happened in the American African American movement, when they decided that African Americans cannot ride buses. What did they do? The African American boycotted buses, and most of them, some of them were bus drivers. They boycotted buses, and the whole system collapsed, because the people that were using more buses were African Americans going to work and driving the buses, and they boycotted the buses for months. They were trekking to work. So it pushed the government. So one of the ways of creating subtle protest is boycott. Because boycott, they can't shoot you. Boycott, you are out, you basically you have stopped the systems. So if we boycott those working in the airport, that's the first port of call. Boycott those working in different parastatals, government parastatals, state parastatals, boycott work. Those working in different places, market, boycott market, no market, Alaba market down, Arera market down, all the international markets, Onisha market down, the market in Sabongeri, Kano down. Just boycott market, stop it. Then neighbor, take care of your neighbor. If you have small Gary to share with each other, share with your neighbors. Let's hold on for the next 20 days. As soon as you boycott, what will happen is it will affect businesses, it will affect international operating businesses in Nigeria because people have what? Boycott. The Nigerian workers have boycotted. NLC boycott. But NLC is in the pocket. So if every stage boycotts for 10 days, for 20 days, oh, you will see what happens. They will come out and say, okay, what do people want? What exactly? What should we do now that will make them start coming back to work? That's it, the truth. Just boycott everything. So if we boycott, let the police and the army, let them be working. Let them be working, since they are the people that want to shoot and they want to express their muscle. They can put muscle and begin to work. That's normally what happens. You call the army, let them start working. So you pull your little army that you don't have, you put them, some of them will be working as gate men, they can start working, then pay them the money you want to pay them. So I feel that the protest must go to that line of boycott, because Tinubu will not feel that anything is happening to him yet. If he was feeling it, he would have come out to talk since. He's not feeling anything, to be honest.
I'm sure it's going to get to that point where people are going to realize that outside of being on the street, people need to stop working. Everybody
People
needs
need
to
to
just
stop
stay at
working.
home. Airport workers stay at home. Nobody they go airports. Nobody they go anywhere. Like I
Mhm.
said, block that 10 million due to all the airports, all the private jet
International flights will just
airports,
deviate
block
immediately.
everything because
Mm.
already I think Nigeria has lost 500 over 500 billion naira, or is it dollars?
It's still small now. It's still
It's still
small.
small, so it needs to crash pata pata
Because
as in
if everything's locked down, for instance, like states like River State, Delta State, where the oil and gas companies are there. So if there's lockdown, most of those companies will struggle to function. All right. I know that their workers are private workers, but they will struggle to function. If airport is not working, government offices, people are not coming to work.
exactly. Yeah, I was hearing
Yeah,
that NLC wants to come out, and I don't know how true that
it's
is.
them that will, teachers are not going to school. Uni is
They
shut
are
down.
thinking of either they said they are coming out or
So
whatever,
you
but
see, if those, that is why, don't you know that that's why he tried to give them money quickly. That's why he tried to approve that thing quickly before the strike, because he knew that if NLC is agitating and it hits this strike, NLC quick will follow everybody and come out.
but
And it's
NLC
war.
is weak now. NLC is
Yeah,
weak. They are giving
yeah,
them
that's what I'm saying.
70,000. Then
That's
they
what I'm
said
saying.
they collect, they smile, they enter inside house.
NLC is
The
weak. He has
NLC
given them money.
leadership is just the dumbest I've seen.
Yeah, because when he was giving everybody money, he gave NLC money too. And that's why everything quiet.
70,000 naira. Ew.
So for them to accept, take that 70,000, imagine what has happened behind the scene. So what needs to be done is everything boycott. Is boycott. That's how the world does it. They boycott things.
But you know, say the world is not Nigeria. So where this whole
Yeah,
Nigeria stay start now, that
yeah, but
progression.
Nigeria must boycott.
That's what I'm saying. Like everybody,
But the
like
reason
I,
why
I
it's very
said,
hard to
eventually
boycott is
they're probably
because
gonna get price.
everybody, most people eat from hand to mouth. All right. So
Every
in a
people
boy
depend on everyday sales to survive in
everyday
Nigeria.
sale.
That's the problem.
So that's why boycott is always hard. But if people boycott and you know talk with their neighbors and all that, say, okay, you know what, for these 10 days, people should look out for their neighbors, share some food, all those kind of things. by the time, even when you do boycott, even Agbero no go get anybody to catch for road. Even Agbero go get they affected. Who you go beat, who you go catch. So it's only a boycott that we tell the government, you know what, we are if people don't do what we want, you're on your own. Rule yourself. But the way Nigeria is going, I would say go and look at what happened to Haiti and go and look at what happened to Venezuela. Venezuela has oil like us. Venezuela has oil like us, but government policies were wrong, and the people cannot even feed themselves. The economy is completely tanked. I know there are other factors with the US and all that, but that's the same thing that's happened. Socialist policies, and Tinubu is complete socialist thinker. Although they say socialism, but they are rogues basically. So there's a lot of problems. I hope that they can sustain more days of the protests and see whether it can give more results. Hopefully it will give more results. So you take care of yourself. Go and drink ginger and honey.
My brother.
Go and look for manuka honey.
Does Manuka honey work?
Yeah, it works.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What's Manuka honey? Is it like the original honey like they have in Nigeria?
yeah. Manuka honey is like the original honey. It's very thick, and
Uh-huh.
it's just organic. So it's always good to get, and you don't put it in anything. You just take a spoon and lick. So
Okay.
manuka honey is just very is it's the best use of manuka honey is medicinal. You can't. There's no need to put it in. If you put it in hot water, you're destroying it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen
So
it. Oh, I've seen it in stores. I didn't
yeah,
know. I was like,
yeah.
which one
Just
is Manuka honey again?
it's manuka honey. So if you notice, it's always sometimes it's thicker, much thicker. So
Yeah.
you just take a spoon and lick it, just like you're licking. Yeah, you don't put it in hot water or anything because it
Okay.
denatures it completely. Because of it's just directly from so, but it's very expensive, but it's always good to have one there. Then
Uh-huh.
you can just mix your lemon on the side, or
Mhm.
just take like one spoon from time to time. Before you know, you just recover. It's very good even for flu and all those kind of things.
Oh, okay. Okay. I've noted that now. I've seen it. Actually, I've bought it one time.
Mm.
I know it's very expensive, but I wanted to try it. But it didn't taste like our own. So I was like, what kind of Manuka? I don't
Yeah,
like
it's very, but is the organic thing. But don't put it into hot water and all those things.
it.
If
Yeah.
you put it, yeah, you are just not, you are killing what should
The properties inside.
yeah, you are killing the properties.
Ah, okay.
So
But it
yeah,
tastes funny. It doesn't taste like our honey. Our honey is in made though. I'm sorry. Our honey is in made. Is in made
I know.
McCoy. Eh, okay, I didn't know. I bought it once.
If you
I
see
didn't like the
manuka honey,
taste. So I was
God
like,
bless
just
us with everything good
look
and
for
we
the
turn
I'm
am
organic.
to
telling
bad thing.
you. That's why we need to fight for it too, because these people, it's almost like they're intentionally forcing the people out of the country to flee.
Imagine producing our honey and exporting it.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's another. It's not when we are shouting from production to that thing. That simple word is why the country is in this. Obi
mess.
won this northerners say, I want to make you people have food.
Hey,
That Nigeria is the whole of the north can produce food to feed Nigeria and export. He was telling them this thing, he was telling them. Obi said, if you buy, where will you buy bread cheaper? It's like Obi was a prophet too. He told us, he told these people, he told everybody. They say now statistics will go chop. Uh, now we don't they chop the breakfast. We don't they chop up. The people are now hungry. Because if you put a man that knows what to do in 1 year, Nigeria would have been producing food. Before you know, we'll start exporting.
Because he will gather the right people to work with. He will not
Of
put people
course,
into
now.
position to
You
compensate them for
no
anything.
compensation. You gather the right people. You start producing food. You take care of security. As it's not rocket science. Secure your borders. Neutralize every other force that is in play. That's all. Neutralize every other force. Anybody that wants to move, take him out. Let people go back to the farms. Support the farmers. Massive farming. The ones that are for export will be exported. Then open the refineries. Modular refineries will be operating. The big boy refineries will be operating. Fuel will just drop back up. And then you have Forex. Then the country will start. Then those are the low-hanging fruits. Nigeria will start re-engineering. Before you know, people will
Any
move.
person that is ready to normalize this craziness must be ready to take out. Must be
Yes.
ready to take out all those people responsible for this root cause.
Yeah, of course. Which is
Because
very
if you want to sit down with them and leave them, they will frustrate all your effort.
That's why they frustrated Peter Obi, and because all of them, not only Tinubu, but that whole bad network, eh, they thrive on the country like this. They thrive on it. That is why I'm not too when this guy is making noise and crying. There's this. I don't know how people realize there was one time in Nigeria there was this soap opera, The Rich Also Cry. It was very popular then. I don't know how you watched it. It was a South
Yeah, I
American
remember that.
Spanish. It was a kind of Spanish soap opera, which was called The Rich Also Cry. So Dangote is the rich, is crying because the money he has borrowed to make that the money he has borrowed to make his production plant or whatever, his refinery, he must have borrowed serious money.
He don't borrow money now, and they come for her, and he never
And then
starts to
the
produce.
people that own the money, those people that own that money, they don't hear a beg.
No, I beg now.
When you pick money in that level, is a serious kind of money. When those money of IMF those borrowers are they can kill. They don't care about what is happening in your country. They will just tell him, we need our money, so do whatever you can. That's why he did what he did. That's why he had to push the government and say, you know what, I'll spill beans. You people need to work. You people need to allow me work. I need to pay my I need to pay my shareholders. That's the truth. So the rich, when they are crying like this, they have their own business, but they all participated in the crime of taking our mandate because of their own selfish, because they feel that it's better to work with Tinubu because he's a runs man. So Rossman, we already know. So all the bank guys, this guy is very close to him, the UBA guy. They are almost neighbors. All the bank guys, the lawyers, the systems, they say, no, let's leave Jagaban, let him do, because at least Jagaban understands how guy man. This Obi, we don't know how his plan is. Because he can enter there now, he will not be allowing things to be working. So it's what they call elite sense consensus. And that's what happened when Dati went to talk to the Arewa Consultative Forum. They literally did not care about him. They say, no ways, we are voting Muslim. We don't want to vote Igbo. And this man was telling them, this man has a plan for us. He has a concrete plan for the North to come back They say no. Tinubu has assured us. Tinubu has assured us. Okay. Now the whole thing don't happen. They are not chopping breakfast because the money that they are giving them, they have realized that.
But wait, oh, Chetima never talk for a long time. Where did it happen?
Shetima. Oh God.
I mean, because I don't build a new house, now it quick quiet.
It don't chill now. But there's problem in his place. There's problem in his place. The worst part, do you know that they got repentant jihadists, repentant Boko Haram people, and absorbed them in Borno? And those people are causing problem. It's just like Nigeria sitting on a time bomb. Like, and the whole place, no food. So Shetima is just there waiting for his own time. Shetima doesn't have anything to offer. That's just the truth. Shetima doesn't have anything to offer. Is this guy that is their attack dog?
Does he think? Does he think that they are saying Tinubu must go? Then he will be the next. Is that his thinking?
Number one, Shetima is not Fulani. All right, so Shetima
is Kanuri, right?
It's Kanuri. So he's treading it carefully because he's not part of the large population of the north. So he cannot come out and be doing as if his head is hot. They will tell him his head is not hot. They will do in Shetima Bami, and they will do that to him. So Shetima is just lying low, let him just, okay, because he doesn't want to be seen as going against what the northerner on the ground is saying. So he just behind there, quiet, doesn't want to be talking. So they are just sending their stooges to talk. Who have they sent to talk? Wike that was making noise, say you cannot do that, you cannot protest in Abuja. Like, seriously, Wike. Now he's calling them all that we need to dialogue. Dialogue with who? Are you the person we want to talk to? The person that wants to talk, that knows that this is for him, should come out and talk. But the truth is that Tinubu does not talk. Unfortunately.
15 people, right? Then they fight
15
people, while 47 seriously injured today at corner in Kano State after the police sporadically opened fire on unarmed protesters.
Because those Kano guys, they storm government house.
Yeah, yes,
I like Kano boys.
Jigawa, when they put a curfew, Jigawa people show up for their state house. They put curfew. There's something they don't come out. They Kukuma resume the protest for their state house.
Wow.
These people, 15 people, just like that.
Just imagine. And everywhere is still chilled.
No, they're still.
But wait, Omoye. This strength when Nigeria police get overnight on these protesters, where is they when all this insecurity they ravage in everywhere?
That the question we said they ask. Boko Haram never stop to the abduct people, they fight people.
Boko Haram is a scam.
In fact, they even name Watawale, their chief defense minister, as their sponsor. I'm not saying Yaya Bello did there when EFCC.
But wait,
they never mount pressure on the man.
You know, there was a time they always write this on villages in the north that they are coming, right? And the police did nothing, the army did nothing, and they will still go into those villages and succeed in their wickedness. So why is it that Nigerian youth gave them time that they will protest and they gather all this strength and ammunition? No wonder they tell us, say, if insurgency lasts more than 3 days, now the government they're responsible.
Now Abacha talk that one. That's what Abacha said. Abacha said anything that happen like this and it happen and government does not talk for 2 days, know that they're involved. And it's true. It's true. And they're involved. See, nobody will tell us that you cannot stop Boko Haram in. Look at the last time that it took how many days, how many months for Goodluck Jonathan to cool everything down before he was ousted in the election. He basically neutralized it. But he could not neutralize it. And the man said it, that because there are elements in the government that are sponsoring it. And it is the truth. It has never stopped. You know, it's just like this taking of people benefit from it. People have finance from it. Even this one that we are talking of, protests, some people are making money because they have gone to Tinubu. They said, let's do like this, do like this, do like this, give us money, we'll settle this, we'll settle this, we'll settle these people. The man will release money.
And not be 6 billion, I don't work out. Come on,
6 billion don't work out. That has entered somebody's pocket. Somebody's making cool cash.
You know, that woman, for that fat woman, they be invited to go collect rice. So
Which woman be that?
that Hausa woman, now where they play. One Hausa woman like that, when you don't play her for this channel.
They invite her to come collect rice now.
They say they gather there to collect rice. When they reach there, they can't give the placard of no protest. They can't snap picture. Rice they not give them. Money they not give them. Maybe that anger.
Some people protest on credit.
Just as some people vote on credit.
because they are realizing that Nigerians are not smart. They will collect the money and they
Okay, now let's not repeat your face.
Voila, deal. It's not funny, but it's funny. There's hunger now. There's hunger. I don't blame people though. If I see somebody going to do no protest, I don't really blame them because they just want to survive.
1,000, they give him 1,000. He do no protest because they hunger there.
Because
then they grab and say,
1,000 is transport money.
Be that.
It's 1,000 is transport money. It's transport money. Is it 1,000? Can he buy one bottle of Coke is already finished the money? Like seriously, you're giving people 1,000. They should realize that money is not working. But the problem is that somebody is making money out of this. If that 6 million that you use, can't you use that 6 million, mobilize army and say, you know what?
It's not million, billion.
Can't they use it and mobilize and basically take over the Sambisa forest so that people will go and farm? You are using 6 billion to oppress Nigerians. You can imagine all the propaganda they put. All.
Wait, the rice that they are distributing. Is
now
it
for Omoye village, then distribute that rice. So
Ekpoma, then they produce rice. Did they collect rice from those farmers in Ekpoma to distribute?
Attire, we they produce. Let me tell them, we they produce rice.
Then they produce rice. Did they collect Did they collect those rice from those farmers in Bayelsa to distribute?
Attire, Izozugono. Na
In the
im dey
north,
chop local rice.
I think na Niger State, abi where in the north they produce rice. Did they buy from those local farmers to distribute? Every
Yes,
opportunity they will always use it to import. And
yes,
at the end of the day, they want to tell they want to make our currency to have value.
exactly.
I beg these people, I hear say the military they warm up. I hope now if na they warm up, make it not be saying that they come after my children. No.
They are warming up to come after Nigerians now.
Yep.
When they're saying they are warming up, they are
I tell
warming up
them,
to
I don't tell them, I don't
so
send
that
a
is when the
message.
whole problem will happen now. That's
Their
where
mate, now be Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso.
The
Abi?
ones wey dem dey na alatenuje,
Eh?
greedy, na the ones wey dem dey, all these soldiers wey dey come out, alatenuje, greedy, money hungry. Most of them get houses outside of the country. Most of them. Most of those top military officials that will not that will only do the bidding of their paymasters because they are enjoying. They get houses outside of the country. I'm telling you. So Nigerians have to take it.
Omo, if I not mistake, Ibrahim, now the bodyguard of the Oga when they take over from, yes or no? Now one of the close power when they guide that I be Ibrahim. But not be saying I see said it when the man they do not they favor the country. So if Nigeria military not they learn from all those one, maybe they do boy up and down. I say maybe the country, their children not they suffer, their wife not they go market. Now only few people they collect those good in the military. Not only few people. All the one that they send go Boronu and all this Meduguri and all. Not be then their paycheck, not they carry they come home when they come up for bush. I beg. This country where me and you dey, now their military, they dey for bush for here. If I thought they send them out, not be other country now they dey. But Nigeria, now inside Nigeria, now that they do their own peacekeeping. Instead of fighting insecurity, they go drive a whole village, people come out, then they go build IDT camp where then they give them food to chop. I beg. Children not hold this battleground to the end, because now our future, now they are at stake. Not for all these people. Not for all these people. All these people ain't dead. They don't eat their own future. They eat me. They eat my future, join. I think they not eat your future, yeah.
They eat everybody's future. My parents all self joy. Not be our body taste.
So they eat our grandfather future. They eat our papa future. They eat our own.
Exactly.
And they won't eat to now.
Exactly.
No.
That's so now.
No. When I get strength.
Worse.
To give una strength. The universe
well done, everybody. Let me run. I have to run now. So thank you very much, Omayi, for opening us up.
Thank you very much, Sid. I really appreciate it.
Try and rest.
Yourself, I won't go make I go do some things na Saturday. I don't come report for the day. So
all right, my sis, we go talk again.
Yeah, Mama Echo, thank you so much for coming. Sid, thank you. I really appreciate you now. Everybody,
all of us dey here now.
yeah, I'm telling you, we dey follow the team. Yeah. Thank you so much. Kene, thank you. See
Make you go take your honey, may you clear yourself for.
Abio, I need to. I will go buy that Manuka honey now. I don't know say na wetin dem dey use am for.
More strength.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. Thank you.
All right, dear. Bye.
Enjoy your Saturday. Yeah.
And you too.
Bye. See, told you. Thank you very much for coming. Victory all the way. I appreciate all of you. Obiajulu, sis. Thank you for stopping by. Sonny, everyone. I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.